Hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, Santosh.
Good morning. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Okay. So, can anyone tell me where we had stopped? Anyone recap? Yes, please. Anyone?
Choosing the tools, which tools like Snowflake or Azure AWS.
Okay. What did we see in the last session? Come on. Seems like all are fresh people. Yesterday, you guys did not attend the session. Is it so?
Who are data engineers and what we do.
Okay. What you do?
We are like a digital plumbers who
Hmm.
build uh,
Very good.
pipelines
Okay.
of data.
Okay. What else? We are digital plumbers. What else?
Traditional data tools like SQL Server.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, so let's get started with where we had left. I'll just give you a recap for the guys who have missed yesterday's session. We have the session recording in our YouTube as well as in our web portal. So please go and watch our yesterday's recording. Now, we were talking about different roles that has evolved in the last few years, right from ETL developers. Now we are with cloud data engineers, and in future AI will also be added on, like AI along with engineering, data engineering. So that is going to be the future. And with this, whether to choose Azure, whether to choose AWS, whether to choose GCP or to choose Snowflake. So all this four is actually a cloud data engineer only. In this, which is suitable for you, that is what we are going to decide today, right? Now, followed by, we talked about a simple example like how water flows from the different systems. Similarly, the data also flows from different systems. And now you need to organize the data and make sure that the data flows whenever it is needed, right? So all this we have seen. Then we have seen as an example of we are digital plumbers and we compared ourselves with plumbers, and the water engineers as well as the data engineers, we started figure out what we do. And in between, I gave you another example of a movie, right? So in case if the movie is successful, everyone talks about the hero, and but the actual is not an hero or heroine. It's all about the backstage people. So that is something which we have seen. And apart from that, we have seen a few examples of how this pipelines is related to us, correct? And then finally, we talked about building a house. So for building a house, this is a skeleton of what is there in the backside of your house that is inside the wall, but we never see this. But without this, it's very hard to survive in a house. Okay. I was asking this question to one of the other team. What if I give you a 5 crore rupees villa? Okay. What if I give you a villa which is worth of 5 crores, but there is no water? There is no water supply to that house. Will anyone buy?
No,
Will anyone buy? No?
no,
Okay. Let's increase the price. 10 crore worth house of villa and no water supply. Will you still buy? Will you still buy?
no,
No.
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 The reason, without water, we cannot survive, right? So it doesn't matter whether you have a 5 crore villa, 10 crore villa, 50 crore villa. If you don't have water supply, it's gone. So water supply is essential. Similarly, you can run Amazon, you can run Flipkart, you can run Google, you run any company, $1 million company you run. If there is no data flow, it's waste to be in that company, right? So if you don't have a proper data movement, then you cannot. I'm telling you, right? If I give you a 5 crore house, if there is no water supply, what you will do? Similarly, even if you're running Amazon, Google, or any of the billion-dollar company, if there is no data flow, what is the point in working in that company, right? So this becomes a key important point. Now, with all that, we have seen an example of who is a person who is going to give you the work in future. It's none other than a similar people like me who is a data architect. So I'm a data architect. I'll be giving you the work and you guys will be doing the task, right? I'll be designing the pipelines for you and you will have to implement it. So just like a design architect and data architect, just like a builder and a data engineer. A builder is the one who goes and builds the house. Similarly, you guys are the guys who are going to build the pipeline for us, right? So all these examples we have seen, and we know that the top skills, but the one which is root for everything is data engineering. And then we talked about some of the case studies in terms of how data is getting generated, and big data is a culprit here. Because of the big data, the data is coming in a huge like volume and we will have to process it, right? That's a challenge that we had. And followed by one more thing that we were focusing on was how this has to be tackled. So for that, we already have some ETL tools in the market. These are all the some ETL tools in the market. Now in these ETL tools, are we going to use these ETL tools? Definitely no, because all these are almost coming to end of its career. So we cannot go and use all of this. There is no company who is starting a new project in this new tools. It's all about finding a solution for us, right? So like that, we do have some problems in this. We do have some problems in this. So let's see what is a problem. These systems, which you see here, SAS, Informatica, SQL Server, SAP, Oracle, all these are called on-prem. Now, to keep it simple and in a layman explanation, I will call this my computer as my on-prem. This is my on-prem. Okay. Now, this is my on-prem. Now, what is on-prem? This computer is managed by me. This system is managed by me. Storage is managed by me. Processor is managed by me. Everything is managed by me. So everything as a physical server, and I am taking the complete ownership because this is mine. So this is an on-premises. This is a very simple example of on-premises. Now, what is the maximum data that I can store in the on-premises? Very simple. On screen, you're seeing it three drives. One is my C drive, one is my D drive, one is my personal drive. So C drive, F drive, and D drive, 460 GB, 460 GB, 220 GB. So my laptop, which is my on-premises, has a capability to go and store about 1 TB, which is nothing but 1000 GB. After that, where will I go and store? Already you see there is only 25 GB left here, and there is only 150 GB left here. Another 1 or 2 years, this will become full. Then where will I go and store? Right? So that's the biggest challenge I will have now. So how to tackle that? We have to go and find out. So here, all these tools has some problems. Since I am taking my own on premises, if I want to store another 1 TB, maybe I'll have to buy a system. So it will increase the maintenance cost. It will require a greater capital investments and risk of data loss, companies limitations. We need to follow all of this company standards. So all of this becomes a problems if I'm using my laptop. Very simple question I'll tell you. Okay, my laptop is on the desk now. By mistake, if the laptop fell down, it's gone. It's gone. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be done, right? It's gone. Or if there is, I'm going in a travel, I'm in traveling, and someone, let's say my laptop is theft, gone. My entire data is gone, right? So like this, data loss will happen. Data protection is not there. Data security is not there. So how long I can maintain this laptop? Only God knows. Tomorrow anything can happen. Blue screen can come. OS can corrupt it. Hardware can damage. Anything can happen if it's an on-prem. Now, how are we going to tackle this, right? So in order to tackle this, now we are moving to cloud. Now we are moving to cloud. So why cloud? Because in the on-prem, we cannot store it. Why? I'll tell you. Imagine if I want to store the data in Excel, the maximum data that I can store is 10 lakhs, which is nothing but 1 million. After that, maybe I can prefer GB, Oracle GB or MySQL GB, MySQL data or Oracle data where I can store up to 5 GB or 2 GB. But in the recent days, there is a data that is getting generated in a very huge volume. What if I want to store 2 TB of data? This 2 TB of data, where I can store? I cannot even store in my laptop because my laptop has a limitation of just 1 TB. So in my laptop itself is 1 TB, means I cannot go and buy another laptop. I cannot go and buy another laptop. So two laptops, I'll have to spend 2 lakhs. Maybe 10 TB, I will have to go and spend 10 terabytes, 10 laptops. So who's going to buy this here? Right? So imagine now KSR's data is 1 TB and all the KSR data I have actually stored in my system. See? So this is my D drive. This is my data. All this is KSR data. All this is KSR data. How many people have attended? So if you see the attendance data, okay, well, what is the attendance, whether they are late, present, absent, right? And if I go and see you the students information, so all these are students information. What students, what is the student name, what is their first name, what is the last name, when did they, which state they're coming from, when did they join, did they complete the course, did they drop it, from where did they reach out to us, which course they have taken. So all these are students information of KSR, right? So what is the maximum I can store? 1 TB. If I have more data of my students, unfortunately, I cannot store here. Reason? Because my limit is 1 TB. But what if I want more data? Or what if I want more storage? In that case, the only possibility is you will have to go and buy another laptop. Okay, 2 TB, two laptop, 3 TB, three laptop. Now, end of the day, after 2, 3 years, if KSR data is turning to about 10 TB, simple question: are you going to buy 10 laptops? Are you going to buy 10 laptops?
No.
No.
Why?
Why we need to buy laptops? We can buy the hard disk, right? For storage purpose only.
Is it? So hard disk will just directly work like that, huh? You have to insert into some disk for seeing the data, right? What you will do
Yeah,
with
in
hard
one
disk?
laptop or whatever the one laptop we have, we can insert to that and we can use, right?
Okay, so can you insert all the 10 hard disk at a time? You have only 3 maximum USB ports. I want to say all 10 hard disk at a time. Possible? Is that
In
possible?
10 TB hard disk unit.
10
Not
data,
over
10 terabyte
Cisco.
hard disk is it available? So buying 10 laptops is the only option rather than buying 10 hard disk. But here, this is not preferred. Why? Who is going to operate this? Who is going to operate 10 laptops? I cannot go and operate 10 laptops. Now, the biggest challenge I'll tell you. Okay. Mahesh asked me in which batch we got the highest package. Now, what I've done in this data, in this system, I have some records, students' records. I'll find out who is highest package. In this AKL, I'll find out who is highest package. In this, I'll find out who is highest package. And overall, I will have to find the highest package. This is not a small task. I will have to go and process all the 10 laptops to figure out who is the highest package holder. Who will do all this here? Circus, right? And I need to hire people to use this laptop. I cannot use my laptop, right? I need to hire people. So all this is a biggest challenge. So that's where we are talking about terabytes, but the world is moving towards gigabytes, right? Yesterday we have seen, right? One person, 20 accounts, 20 applications generating a data. See how much data we are generating. In 2025, the total data that we are generating is 175 into 10 to the power of 21. 10 to the power of 21. How much data it is generating? Where you will store? It's the biggest challenge. Okay, that's a big challenge. Now, let's talk about one small example. Everyone's dream is to build a house. Everyone's dream is to build a house. So if you want to build a new house, the land cost, let's say it is a 80 lakhs. Along with the house, let's say 80 lakhs. Registration, you are in India, so obviously you'll have to pay registration, 8 lakhs. And brokerage, interior design and furnitures, 10 lakhs. Home appliances, electric wiring setting, 2 lakhs. Water connection and plumbing setup. Of course, water is very important to your house, 2 lakhs. Electric meter and wiring cost, 1 lakh. Maintenance. It's a new house, it's a own house. That's your house. So obviously, you'll have to maintain it properly. Like even if you take a maid also, it's like 5K per month. And of course, you're in India, you'll have to pay a property tax for your house, 5K. Initial investment is 115 lakhs, which is nothing but 1.15 crores. And apart from that, this is a initial cost. And apart from that, 10K you will have to pay per month. Property tax, maintenance. Those who have your own house, are you all agreeing with my calculation? Are you all aligned? Literally, you have spent 1 crore as an initial investment to your house. Apart from that, monthly basis, you are spending 10,000 for maintenance and property tax. Agree?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, building a house is a dream for everyone, right? But according to me, according to me, this is not at all needed here. This is not at all needed. This is an alternative for this. You know what is alternative? Rent house. You are not building the house. You have not spent for the interior. You are not going to pay the property tax. You are not going to spend for any renovation. No initial investments. No maintenance cost. And more importantly, no worry. You go and ask all the guys who are having own house. They will always say that we are actually stressed. We're actually in tension. We are actually paying EMIs. Right? Do you all agree? Do you all agree? What is the full form of EMI?
Easy installment. Easy monthly
Easy
installment.
installment.
Monthly installment.
Easy installment. What is the full form of EMI?
Every
Every
month
month installment.
month investment.
Ev-
equal monthly
Equated
installment.
monthly installment.
Hey, what is this, yaar? EMI itself, I'm getting
Equate.
2 to 3 answers.
And
What
Every month
exactly?
equated
installment.
Installment. Uh,
Every month installment.
Every month installment, huh? Okay. If
Mm.
someone asks me, if someone asks me, what is the full form of EMI? The answer which I give you is EMI is actually a slow poison. It's actually a slow poison. Do you agree?
yes.
Yes, Santosh.
March 31st, today, I don't know how many of you are working employees. So today you will get salary. And next 1 week you will have to pay EMI. What life this is, yaar? For whom I am saving? 20 years EMI, 25 years EMI, 15 years EMI. That's a big headache, right? Okay. As if you're going to take everything to our grave. Why, what we are doing all this buying a house and all, right? So it's a big challenge. Paying a EMI is a big challenge in these days. Now, all these tensions not at all needed here. Rent house. Today I can stay in Bangalore. Tomorrow I can go to Hyderabad. Tomorrow I can go to Chennai. Tomorrow I can go to Pune, Mumbai. Wherever I want, I can go. Whichever area I want, I can go. I just need to pay rent. Right? So I don't have much expense, no initial investment, no worries, no renovation, no property tax, no maintenance cost. So you guys are paying 10,000 as a maintenance and property tax. See, 10,000 you're paying for your own house. For your own house, you're paying 10,000. For me, that is not there. Additionally, another 5 to 6K I will add and I'll pay you rent. What is there? You're also spending, I'm also spending. You're spending 10,000, I'm going to spend 20,000. That's all. I'm going to give you as a rent, but you guys are spending, right? So, what is the beauty of this is let's use what someone has it. That is exactly the meaning of cloud. Now, cloud will do everything for us, right? Cloud will do everything for us. They will take care of the infrastructure. They will take care of the services. They'll take care of the storages. They will cater of the processing. We will just go and use it. So one fine day in KSR, we had a board meeting. We were all discussing about how are we going to manage all the students' data. We have about 15,000 to 18,000 students information in the sense like all the classes, recording sessions, assignments, homeworks, fees, payments, related invoices, course details, credentials, all of this, where are we going to store? We were having a deep discussion and suddenly we were like, hey, why can't we do it in our on-prem? But on-prem is a challenge because for storing our KSR data, I need to buy 10 laptops, which is of 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Now, when we were thinking, someone from the cloud came and told that, hey, boss, you give me 3 lakhs. I will take care of your complete data. That was very happy to hear that. Why? Someone is saying that I'll take care of your data, right? Now, that is where we got into cloud. So there are cloud services. Their main work is to go and provide the service for our individuals as well as the companies and organization. They will say that, hey, don't worry, I will take care of your data. I will take care of your system. I'll take care of your configurations. Whatever you want, I'll take care. You just need to pay what you have. That's it. So you pay me 3 lakhs rather than you buying 10 lakhs, taking care of 10 systems, hiring people. Don't get into all these troubles. You're good at teaching. Maybe you do that. You're good at running an organization, you do that. I will take care. My work is to take care of your data. So you give me 3 lakhs, my system, my people, my server, my storage, everything is mine. I will do everything for you. You just simply sit and enjoy. That is how cloud computing came about 20 years back. Okay, when I say 20, we started using about 10 years back, 10 to 15 years back only. We have started using more. Before that, most of the data was in on-prem. Now everything is in cloud. Now the question comes to you. Which cloud? Are you going to use GCP? Are you going to use Azure? Are you going to use AWS? Now this is a question, right? Now, as simple as that, imagine you want to buy something in online. Imagine you want to buy something in online. Imagine you want to buy a phone. Now you have 3 websites. You have Amazon, you have Flipkart, and you have Walmart. Now I'm asking you a question. If you want to buy a phone among these three, which one you will opt for? You have Flipkart, you have Amazon, and you have Walmart, and your intention is to buy a phone. Which one you will choose?
The one with the least cost.
So you will decide based on the cost, huh? Are you going to decide the site based on the cost? Am I asking any tough question? Am I
Uh,
asking any tough question? I'm asking you, if you want to buy one phone, you have Flipkart, you have Amazon, and you have Walmart, where you will buy from?
one which provide good services for us. One it is trustable site. I'll go.
Good ratings.
I would still say cost because the services will come from the phone. Like if I'm buying OnePlus, then services should come from OnePlus. Uh, Basically, we look at the cost.
Okay. See, first of all, cost matters. Okay. In Flipkart, maybe the phone could be 20,000. In Amazon, it could be 19,000. Okay, fine. What's next? When it will be delivered? Imagine you don't have a waiting time. I want a phone immediately. So you will, even though if there's 1,000, 2,000 extra, you okay to pay because you will have to get immediately. So what is your waiting time, right? So how fast they can deliver? What is the service provider? What is the rating? How they behave with the customers? Cost, quality, website user interface, offers, discounts, cashbacks. Everything matters to go and buy a product. Similarly, when you have different different clouds will have different features. Depending on your need, you can opt for it. You're okay with pricing, okay, I want the best quality. Amazon Web Service is always the good. One of the top cloud service that you can ever have is AWS. It's a top one, right? But if you're not worried about money, let's say I'm always looking at a budget wise, my data is very huge and I'll have to take care of the money. There is no other cloud other than Microsoft which can manage it. It comes with a very cheaper and very flexible. Okay, brand. Yeah, Google is also brand, Microsoft is also brand, AWS is also brand. So this, depending on your need, you will choose one cloud, right? Now, in this particular course, as a data engineering, we will have about in this the main course that we are going to cover as part of this particular data engineering is we'll be focusing on Azure data engineer and we'll be focusing on Snowflake data engineer. Now, Snowflake was not even in that list, okay? Remember that. Snowflake was not even in that list. Only we had AWS, Azure, and GCP. So Snowflake was not there. Still, we haven't introduced Snowflake to you, right? Now, the complete course is going to be Azure data engineering and Snowflake engineering. And in this, we have to choose one. Now, you may ask me a question. Why we are not teaching AWS or why we are not teaching GCP, right? So here you will still get GCP and AWS knowledge, but it will not be good enough for applying, particularly for AWS. You'll get a fair knowledge. Okay. I'll give you a simple example. Imagine you have joined this session to learn cooking. Okay. Imagine that you have joined the session for learning cooking, catering. Now I'll teach you how to cook food. Okay. How to cook special foods, Italian food, Chinese food, American food, everything I'll teach you. Right? Now, if I teach you, you will go and cook in your house. You will go and cook in your house, right? Whatever I teach, you will go and cook in your house. Now, once you cook in your house, one day you had been to your friend's house or relative's house. Now, tell me, will you be able to cook there or no?
Yeah, you can cook.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Day after tomorrow, you are going to your relative's house. They are saying, hey, I saw that you are going through some catering courses. You are learning how to cook food, tasty food. Can you prepare a Chinese food for me? Here is a kitchen for you. You tell me whatever items you want, I'll get you. Can you prepare food for me in my relative's house? So now tell me, is it possible or not possible?
Yes,
Possible.
it's possible.
Possible, possible. Now, what is the difference here is very simple. In your house, you know where exactly what you have placed. You're very comfortable. In your house, if you want to cook, you know where have you where have you kept the ingredients, salt, sugar, spices, all these things. Where is gas? Where is everything? Everything you know. So easily you will go and cook it. But if I go and ask you to cook in your neighbor's house, if I go and ask you to cook in your relative's house, you will still cook. But every time you need to go and ask them, where is that? Where is this? Where is that? Right? Now, the process of cooking never changes. The environment changes. You will not join Santosh course to go and see how we have to cook in relatives' house, one course. How we will have to go and cook in my house, one course. How I will have to go and cook in my friend's house, one course. You are not going to join three courses. Cooking is a process. Where you cook, that's an environment. Remember that. So with that, we are focusing on one particular cloud, that is Azure. So we'll focus on Azure, and I'll tell you, if you can learn Azure, you can easily learn AWS and GCP. You can easily learn AWS and GCP. The reason is the data engineering is not going to change. The cooking is not going to change. The Italian food, American food, that Chinese food is not going to change. Where are you cooking? That only changes. So if you are able to learn one cloud in this, in the top three, Azure, AWS, or GCP, you will be able to crack any role. Okay. Now, in our complete course, we are covering all three, but 90% will be on Azure, 10% will be on AWS and GCP. The reason why I'm telling you AWS and GCP is we'll give you a very high level background what we are going to do in AWS and GCP as well. But majority of the course that we are going to cover will be on Azure data engineering. Everything we will learn. So see, one place we will learn, then we will go and replicate in the other place. One place, one function I'll go and run in AWS, one I'll go and run in Azure, one I'll go in GCP. That doesn't work. Let's learn in one environment and let's go and implement in all the others. Now you may ask me, why have I chosen Azure? The first is, in terms of the market shares, what we have observed for the last 10 years, Azure has a tremendous growth in terms of a Microsoft products. They have been evolving, and other two is like a stable. They're in demand, but they're still stable. But the growth of the Azure in terms of price, cheap, flexibility, and then in terms of the services provided for data engineering, data science, data related, Azure is always on top. Azure is always on top, right? So I'll give you one more example. Imagine you want to eat pizza. Imagine you want to eat pizza. Pizza you can buy in two places. One is Pizza Hut and one is Domino's. Now, for me, Pizza Hut could be a good option. For you, Domino's could be a good option, right? Now, what I will do, I will check which is convenient for me. Maybe Pizza Hut is very close to my house, even though taste is not that great. I will order from there because, as you know, that pizza should be eaten only if it is hot. If it is not hot, you can't even eat it, right? So I will prefer the one which is very close to me. But you may prefer the one which is very tasty. It's fine, even if it is taking 10-15 minutes extra, I will order from the best place. So lot of things matters. Your quality, your feedback, your cashback, and then the distance. Everything matters. You are getting both. Pizza you're getting in both the places. But what you need, that you will decide. Similarly, for the data related technologies, there is no other cloud which can be better than Azure. Now, that is the reason why we are going with Azure as the one of the cloud for learning. Okay. So in this, if you ask me what we are going to learn extensively, it's going to be completely Microsoft Azure. Azure is the one which you're going to learn. And then we will try to replicate that in the AWS and GCP. Okay. So if you are looking to completely learn GCP data engineer, this is not the course. If you're looking for completely learning AWS data engineer, this is not the course. This course mainly focuses on Azure data engineer. Okay. Now, out of 4, we have done 1, right? We have completed 1, which is nothing but Azure data engineering. Now, in Azure data engineering, why Azure? Because they provide 200 services and it is one of the second top cloud. It provides you a lot of good features and very specifically for analytics engineering and data science. So it's one of the best. Okay, it's best than even AWS. AWS is costlier. Okay, see, I'll tell you, one of the best phone is iPhone. So I cannot say all will have iPhone, right? No, even I don't have iPhone, right? So the reason, because of cost. So depending on the services, depending on the cost, depending on the features, we will decide whether to go for it or no. Okay. Now, with all this, the next step, what we will do is, with this next step, we know that we are going to learn Azure. We know that we are going to learn some services. What's next? What's next? So listen carefully. Data is coming here. It is different formats. It's coming. Okay. Now, as a data engineer, what you will do? You will build one centralized system. You'll build one centralized system. Okay. Now, once you build a centralized system, which is nothing but gathering all the data, now in real time, remember this, in real time, you will always have 3 environments. We call that as development, we call them as UAT, and we call them as production. We have 3 environments. Now, what is this development, UAT, and production? If you want to do a project, you will always develop it in the development environment. So this is where you will develop. This is where you will develop. Okay. The same thing you will not share it with someone. That is only for your purpose. Then what you will do? You will send it for testing. UAT stands for user acceptance testing. Okay. So it goes for user acceptance testing. So you will send it for testing. Now, once it is sent, then you will put your project into production. So production will be the live project which will be used by all of your clients and end users. So there are 3 environments. One is for developing, one is for testing, and one is for production, right? Every project, even if they are inventing something, they'll always invent in 3 environments so that there is no mistakes can happen. Okay. So if you're doing this, you'd have done some workaround. The same thing, if you go and share it with the clients, they will not like it or they may face some issues. So that's why we always have to have 3 environments, right? Now, from the project perspective, you're going to develop the code here in the development environment. You're going to write the code, build a pipeline. So all this you're going to do. Now, after doing this, are you going to again repeat the same process in UAT? Are you going to repeat the same process in production? Definitely no. Definitely no. I will not rewrite it in UAT. Imagine it's like a 3 books. Imagine it's like a 3 books. One is your rough notebook where you scratch it, you do some drawings, everything. Then your class book. So your class book is like you maintain it properly, and then you have a record book. So if you're going for a colleges and all, if you have a lab records, the lab records, you will have a marks for that lab record. You will maintain it very neatly, wrapped with a brown paper, stickered, lines drawn, everything you will do it, right? So depending on who is using, that is what you do a design. Rough notebook, I will in the same book, I'll write multiple subjects. I do that, right? So rough notebook, class book, or a record book, 3 different books. Now, how are you maintaining? Depends on the users. who is using. Similarly, development environment, I will write as many code as much I want. UAT, I will send it to someone for testing, and production, I will send it for the end users. Now, who is going to push this code from development to UAT to production? You guys are called, you guys are called data engineers. You guys are called data engineers, right? And the person who pushes this code to the production, they are called DevOps engineers. DevOps engineers. So data engineers are the guys who are going to build a pipeline. Data pipeline, build a data pipeline. And DevOps is the guys who actually takes care of maintaining, pushing into different environments, right? Taking care of monitoring everything, monitoring, maintenance, different environments, code collaborations, everything they will do. Now, in the recent days, what happened? Companies are expecting to have multi skills. So they're not only expecting you to have a engineering background, they're also looking for you to have a DevOps experience as well. Now you will be confused. Hey, am I going to learn data engineering or am I going to learn DevOps engineering? So what we have done is, since companies are asking and the companies are also making it as a mandatory nowadays to know the deployment process, because deployment process is very important. Once you develop the code, you will have to go and push it, right? So these guys are dedicated for that. DevOps engineers are dedicated for doing the deployments. But I cannot go and do everything, right? They will do Java deployment, they will do .NET deployment, they will go and develop a web application that they will go and deploy it. So they will do everything. But we are going to build only data pipeline. So let's learn only deployment related to data. Let's learn only deployment related to data. So this one, I will not call it as DevOps. I will call it as DataOps. I'll call it as DataOps. That guys will do everything. They'll do everything. Every deployment they will do. Java coding, C++ coding, .NET coding, web application coding, everything. Why will I do a web application deployment, right? So my role is to build a pipeline. Only pipeline deployment we will learn. Now that is called data ops. That is called data ops. Okay. Now we got to know that the entire course name, if you see, it's a data engineering with data ops. This is the entire course now. We know what is data engineering. We know what is data engineering. Data engineering is the one who builds the pipelines, gathers the data from the different data sources, organize it well, and makes sure the data is receivable from all the clients. Now, along with that, we will learn some deployment process. This is not a DevOps. DevOps is a different role, but I'm going to learn only data ops because companies are asking, if you want to build a project, what are the steps needed? How do you deploy this into a production? How do you make this live? They're asking. So we'll focus on data ops. And this data engineering with data ops, we are going to do it in cloud. Now, which cloud? Am I going to choose AWS? Am I going to choose Amazon, Azure, or am I going to choose GCP? Now, as we have decided, let's learn one completely. Let's learn one completely. Then we will go and try to replicate the others. So here we will be focusing on Azure data engineering with data ops. Okay. Now, until here, is it clear, everyone? Yes.
Santosh.
Yes.
Yes, Santosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is this AI now? What is this AI? Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, I will tell you. Um, Last week, my relative had come to my house. Okay. My relative had come to my house. So I prepared biryani for him and I served him. Okay. So since he's my relative, I did not think too much about presentation and all. I just, I come, we have prepared biryani. I just kept it in a normal plate. A normal plate, I kept it and I ate well. Okay. Now, the following week, my manager had come to my house. My manager is 35 years experience and he's a very posh guy. Okay, when I say posh guy, like what do you say? He's very rich and he doesn't even eat with his hands. Those type of person is. He told I'll come to my house. Now this time I was very conscious. Even if you go to a restaurants, even for eating biryani or meat, you'll have two spokes, right? One spoke, one knife. Everything I purchased. Just because it's coming, I purchased everything. Now, depending on the user, I'm actually setting up my things. If it was my friend, hey, come, we'll just have it. But if it was my manager, I used to have all the setups properly, right? I need to have all the setups properly. I need to make sure he drinks some, the dining table is very clean. The plates are very clean. I need to keep some tissues. So whenever you go to a restaurant, you see some tissues, you first wipe it. Like this, I set it up because of the user. Because of the user, right? Like this, in the recent days, what is happening? There is lot of data that is needed for building a chat GPT. There is lot of data that is needed to build a co-pilot. There's lot of data that is needed for building Gemini. So there are so many AI tools in the market which they're asking a specific format. My friend was asking in a specific format. My manager is asking in a specific format. My relative is asking in a specific format. My neighbor is asking in a specific format. So everyone is asking in specific format. So here what we are doing in the recent days, AI is evolving. AI is evolving. They're asking in specific formats. Hey, I want to build a chat bot. Can you give me the data like this? Hey, I want to build some application. Can you give me the data like this? So they're ordering now. Initially, our data was only consumed by Power BI developers, business intelligence developers, data science team. Now, AI team is actually consuming. So AI team is like a different team. They are at very high level. So they are asking data. So how do we provide the data to them? That is where some concepts of AI also will be learned as part of this course. How LLM works, how AI works, how ChatGPT works, what type of data it is, everything I will tell you. Okay. Now, listen carefully. Listen carefully. System computers does not understand words. They don't understand words. Every word will be converted into numbers. This AI data engineering with the DataOps, which is mentioned on the screen, you can understand, I can understand, you know English, I know English, you know the word, I know the word. But in the backend, computers does not know this. They will give some number for this. 23, 45, 7, 12. Like this numbers they will give. This type of assigning some sort of, I'm just telling you in high level, this type of assigning some numbers to the words, we call something called embedding. Now all this, how the words gets embedded, how it gets calculated, what we do in the real time, how AI works, everything we are going to learn. Anyway, you have come here to learn. Why again after 2 years someone will ask you to learn AI also? So it's better you learn AI now only. So this complete course, what we are going to learn will be AI data engineering with the data ops. Data engineering is for building the pipeline. Data ops is for deploying the project, and AI is we have a team who's going to ask you the data in a specific format, and that is why we are going to learn AI data engineering with data ops. Okay, are you all with me? Yes.
Santosh,
Yes, Santosh.
where
Yes,
Snowflake?
Santosh.
Yeah.
Snowflake, I'll tell you. As of now, we are talking about AI data engineering with data ops. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now is a question for you. Okay. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. This AI data engineering, I repeat one more time. This is for building the data pipelines. What do you mean by data pipelines? The data is coming from different systems. I'm gathering it. I'm storing it one place. I'm organizing it. This is for deployment. And this is a AI team who is asking a specific format, right? Now, this AI data engineering with the data ops, you can do it in 4 places. You can do it in 4 places. You can do it in 4 environments. You can do it in 4 cloud services. That is 3+1. So where we can do it in Azure, we can do it in AWS, and we can do it in GCP. So in this 3 we can do. I'll talk about the 4th one later, but this complete data engineering pipelines with data ops, we can do it in 3 cloud services, right? One is Azure, one is AWS, and one is GCP. Now what I'm going to do, we are focusing only on Azure here. We are going to focus on Azure. As of now, we are going to focus on Azure. Okay, all good. Now why suddenly this Snowflake is coming? Okay, now listen carefully. Listen carefully. In Azure, you have about 200 services. In Azure, we have about 200 services. Not only in Azure, in AWS, in GCP, you will have 200 plus services. All these are 200 services. Now, what you can do in Azure? Let me tell you. You can build a website. You can build editing apps. You can build a mobile application. You can work on data science projects. You can work on reporting projects. You can work on networking projects. You can work on IoT projects. So in short, I can say that you can work for media, you can work for security, you can work for mobile, you can work for AI, you can work for analytics, you can work for storage, you can work for web application. In short, your Azure gives you everything what you want. Everything, whatever you want, everything it will give you. This is what your cloud services called Azure. Azure, AWS or GCP are capable of giving you everything. They're capable of giving you everything. But why do I need to know all this? Right? Why I need to manage all the infrastructure? Why need to I manage all the services? Now that is where a new innovative tool came, which only focused on data related work, like data engineering, data analytics, data science. Now that is where Snowflake came into picture. So that is where Snowflake came into picture. Okay. I have written a beautiful story about Snowflake. I will tell you the story. If you understand the story, you will never ever forget this story forever. Okay. I will tell you a story. Let's keep that as a simple one. Okay. Now, listen carefully. Story time. Listen. See here. Everyone knows a PG, paying guest, right? Most of you will be staying in PGs also, right? So the guys who are in a different location, you guys stay in the PG. See the example. Listen the story. The story I have written. Listen carefully. What is this? Imagine there is a PG. PG is what? An accommodation, and I'm considering in Bangalore. A decent one with about 30 rooms and around 100 people are staying. Now for that paying guest, we have one owner. We have one owner. For every PG, there is one owner, right? Now, you know what that owner is doing? That owner is taking care of everything. He's collecting the rent. He's ensuring electricity has been provided, maintaining the building, handling any complaints from the tenants. So everything is doing it. Everything is doing it. Imagine you have your own house, you take care of everything, right? Similarly, The completely everything, right from providing the food, shelter, collecting the rent, ensuring water, electricity, maintaining everything, this guy is doing. Who is that guy? Owner of that paying guest. Okay. Now, listen. Since he's making a good money now, this PG guy is making a good money because he's collecting rent from 100 people, right? So he's making some good money. Now he wants to expand, but over time, this owner expanded. So what he did, he now is taking other PGs as well. Now he acquired more PGs across the city, but still is managing. And the good thing is, all the PGs across cities are doing good with most of them occupied. Really good, yaar. Really good. With one PG, he started making more money. Now he's expanded. Now within city, he have 5 to 6 PGs that he's managing. He's still managing. He is still managing well. Only thing is he has become a bit hectic. It has become a bit hectic now. Now, suddenly, this is a PG, okay? So people stay in the PGs and they pay rent. Now, suddenly what happened? One more person came, someone came and he's saying that he is called as a contractor. Okay. Now, what he says, boss, I don't have any work. I'm actually jobless. So can you give me one PG for me? I will take care of your PG. I will only collect the fees. I will only fix every issue. And per month, I will give this much amount for you. Okay. So there is a new role who came into this job. He is called as a contractor. This contractor approached the owner and said, you don't have to manage a daily day-to-day operations anymore. I will take a lease of this building and I will pay you a fixed amount every month. I will handle everything. Rent collection, cleaning, maintenance, Wi-Fi, meals, everything I will take it. I will take a small amount. I'll take a small amount. If this PG owner, he is actually earning 1 lakh per month, if he is managing, right now, one person is coming and saying, see, you have multiple PGs across the city, right? Why are you going and keep on roaming? You give it to me for a lease. I will give you 90,000 every month. 10,000 I will keep it for myself. He's taking a lease. Now this PG owner, the building is building. The building is his building. Rooms are his homes. Everything is homes. The name, the documentation, the registration, everything, every name is on top of that owner only. Correct? But there is one more person who's coming and saying, you just give it for lease. I'll just give it for lease. What do you mean by lease? I'll take the in charge. Every month I'll give you 90,000. Now, this is actually a win-win situation. You know why win-win situation? This guy did not have work. Now he got 10,000 rupees as a profit. So for one building, he'll take care of everything. And it is a win-win situation for that particular person also, because the PG guy is having many PGs across city, the PG owner. So here it becomes a problem for him to manage everything. So he has dedicatedly given to one person. So instead of getting 1 lakh, he's getting 90,000. So his work is also reduced. The PG owners to go and take multiple PGs, it's also been reduced, and this is also win-win situation for both of them. Now, are you with me till here? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Santosh.
Okay. Now, the tenants didn't deal anything with owner anymore. The tenants are who? The guys who are staying there. So they don't have to deal anything with the actual owner, because there is an intermediate person who has come in who is called the contractor. Right? So they always have to go and deal with the contractor. But they were happy to, because the contractor has to maintain his work job, right? He has to withhold his job. So first of all, this PG owner may lose the focus because of 5 PGs. So he may not look into this job, this people's issues. But this contractor is dedicated only for this building. So in order to maintain that profit, he wants a 10,000, right? In order to maintain that, what he does, he gives the best services for the guys who are staying there because he may also lose the job, right? So what they do, this tenants, they were very happy because the contractor made their experience smoother, faster, and more efficient. Okay. Now, listen carefully. Coming to the climax of the story. This complete story, now we will break it into technical words. In this complete story, the building is there, right? The building is there, right? It is a infrastructure. It is an infrastructure, right? Now that building, just imagine like a storage. Just imagine like a server. So the PG building is a cloud infrastructure like servers, storage, and networking. Right? All this, the complete PG building, right? Consider this like a one server data center. Now, who is the owner? The owner can be one among the three clouds. It can be AWS, it can be Azure, or it can be GCP. It can be either one of the cloud. So who is the owner? Whose building it is? The building belongs to Azure. The building belongs to AWS. The building belongs to GCP. Any one cloud belongs to this building. Okay. Then Snowflake. Snowflake is not a cloud. Remember that. Snowflake is not a cloud. What we are doing? The Snowflake is a contractor. Now what is doing? The Snowflake is taking the responsibility of every task, every project, which the owner could be anyone. The owner could be Azure. The owner could be AWS. The owner could be GCP. So to answer your question, when you come back to this, these three are cloud. These three are cloud. Okay. And you can build a complete project on Snowflake also. But please remember, Snowflake doesn't come with just directly from the root. No, Snowflake comes in one of the cloud. So that means Snowflake can either sit on the GCP building, Snowflake can either sit on the AWS building, or Snowflake can either sit on the Azure building. That is where this example says. Okay, the contractor is Snowflake. And the tenants, you and me. So we can directly go and interact everything with Snowflake. Right? Now you see here, just like the contractor does not own the PG, but runs the show. The Snowflake, right? The Snowflake, it does not own the PG. So Snowflake does not own any servers or buildings. It actually resides on one of the other cloud. So just like the contractor doesn't own the PG, but runs the show, Snowflake doesn't own any physical infrastructure. It runs on top of AWS, Azure, or GCP. So Snowflake pays the cloud provider for compute and storage. So I'm giving money as a tenant, I'm giving money to Snowflake. Snowflake will give to the actual owner. So today also you go and work on any Snowflake project. In the backend, Snowflake is going and giving money to the cloud. It could be Azure, it could be AWS, or it could be GCP. Right? Now, Snowflake builds their own data platform on top of that. End users like business, data analysts, data scientists, data engineers just sign into the Snowflake and they don't care which cloud it is on. I really don't know who is the owner here. Why I need owner? For me, this contractor is giving me every service. He's collecting the rent, he's providing the electricity, he's providing the internet, he's providing food, he's providing meal, he's providing rooms. Everything is doing. Whoever is the owner, why should I bother? I don't have to worry. This Snowflake is taking care. The building may belong to GCP, the building may belong to Azure, the building may belong to AWS. I don't have any problem as an end user. I don't have a problem with end user. right? So like this, what happens? Snowflake, you can directly go and build a project in Snowflake. They don't care which cloud it is. The cloud provider still earns. Obviously, right? Snowflake will directly go and pay the amount to the actual owner. So the cloud providers will still earns like a PG owner, and Snowflake adds value by managing everything from performance to scalability to security. Everything Snowflake will take care. Okay, now coming here, Snowflake and this model works because of the separation of concerns, right? Cloud providers focus on infrastructure, Snowflake focus on user experience. That owner will keep on moving on building the new buildings. His intention is to make more cloud, more infrastructure, more buildings. But what is the beauty of the Snowflake? Snowflake is not interested to build a new building. They are interested to make my user experience more. So that is what Snowflake focus more on the user experience and data warehousing. Scalability. The model allows Snowflake to grow without buying servers, just rent it from more cloud. For example, many people are happy with this contractor. So many people are coming and joining for this PG. Now what the owner will think, hey, this Snowflake is really good, yeah. More people are coming. Let me give him another building. He is not owning it. Snowflake is not owning it, but Snowflake will get more buildings from the cloud. Like this, multi-cloud will happen. So Snowflake can run on any cloud. Okay, we can use AWS or we can use Azure or we can use GCP, whatever want we can use. Okay, now imagine tomorrow someone is asking Snowflake. Don't go and say that Snowflake is a cloud. Snowflake is running on the cloud. The next time someone asks you, why does Snowflake need AWS or Azure? Tell them it's like a PG. The owner builds it, AWS, Azure, or GCP. The contractor Snowflake runs on it. The people inside you and me, we just want peace of mind. So we don't want to get into more of trouble. And that's why we are preferring Snowflake for easy work. Okay. Now, are you getting the difference between AWS, Azure, GCP, and Snowflake? Yes.
Santosh.
Yeah, Santosh.
Yes, Santosh.
So, Santosh, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, why these all service providers reaching out to Snowflake? So, does AWS or Azure does not have any, capability to run the, the show? What you said. I mean,
See, they're running the show, but their intention is to make more buildings. That's why they're running behind more buildings. No, everyone has
so
one
other than
intention, right?
Snowflake,
Hmm.
yeah, other than Snowflake, I mean, they also should have some flexibility run the pipelines or prepare the
See,
pipelines, right?
that's what. See what I'm saying. See, imagine here. This is Azure. Okay, Azure. We have one server, which is nothing but one complete PG. Okay, they are maintaining in, let's say, Whitefield. Whitefield is one area in Bangalore. Okay, so this is one. Now, what this Azure will do? Now, Azure will do. They have developed, right? They have one more server. Now, one more server, right? Let's say they will go and have it in Silkboard. So there is a one more area, right? Now they have one more. Okay, now the one more is there. One more Azure is there. Three is there, which is a PG. Now let's say that we have Core Mangla. Okay, now what they will do? Only this one they are giving to Snowflake. So to answer your question, they are managing their own servers also. Okay, only one they are giving to Snowflake. They're not giving completely to give a Snowflake. If they're giving completely, your question is a valid. Is Azure not capable? Is AWS not capable? Is GCP not capable of managing their own server? Then you can ask the question, right? Now what I will do, there are some companies who will still prefer, I want Azure only to be the owner. I don't want any intermediate people. I don't want any intermediate people. I want to be work only with the owner itself. There are some cases where companies will prefer, I want to work only with owners. I don't want to work with the contractors. That time what happens? Company has an option to decide. Your company has an option to decide whether you want to choose server 3 or you want to choose server 1. If you choose server 1, Azure is your owner. If you choose server 3, Snowflake is your owner.
Okay. Santosh,
Okay.
yeah, Santosh, I have a concern.
Go ahead, go
Hello.
ahead. Yeah.
Santosh, till these days, like Snowflake is in the market, but they never think about having their own storage. They still depend on
They
other.
are making money, right? For every time they are making money. Why will they go and build a new buildings? See, already there are three people are there. Okay, listen carefully. Very good question. Thank you so much for this question. Let's say Azure, AWS, GCP is there. They have their own servers. Now, why should Snowflake can go and become a competitor to them? Already they are best in that, right? We have three people who are best in providing the infrastructure. Why another one it has to go and compete it yourself? I cannot go and compete with Virat Kohli. Yaar. He is a best player. I cannot go and compete with him. He is best in what he's doing. Why will I go and compete and play cricket? Right? I will not do that. So instead, what he's doing, Snowflake wants to become an individual person. He is just running the show. He is just want to become a contractor. So they never felt like starting a new server. Instead, they want to develop. See, if the people are liking the contractor more people will come and join that PG, right? So obviously this Azure or AWS, they will give more in charge to the Snowflake. Seeing the, oh, this is the best person, he's the best contractor. So they are making money, Snowflake is making money. End of the day, these companies are also making money. This is also making money. So why will these guys go and see to build a server? It's not easy. We need money. We need money to build a complete infrastructure. We need money. Snowflake is thinking that, hey, why should I go and build another building where already three people are there? Why should I take myself hectic? Why should I put loan? Why should I go for all this? So why all this? Simply I'm making money. No, let me make money like this only.
Okay, Santosh, as an end user, how I am attracted towards Snowflake? We already have Azure. What makes me to choose Snowflake? Whether it is the cost efficient or the flexibility, or what makes me to choose Snowflake? Which on what basis I'm choosing it?
See, I'll tell you. Imagine Azure was your owner. Okay, PG owner. Azure was your PG owner. Okay. Now what he's doing is in Azure, when Azure is a PG owner, for rent, one person is internally within Azure only. In Azure only one person was in charge, and for meals, the meal, electricity bill, water bill, right? Everything there was one person was in charge, who was Azure. And from Azure, what they do, they'll assign one person for here, one person for here, one person for here, one person for here. And here it comes with the challenges like multiple services. The problem that we get is multiple services. So every time you have to run behind for water related, you will have to run behind this person. For rent related, you have to run behind this person. For bill related, you have to run behind this. Now what is happening? Snowflake. Now Snowflake is a contractor. All in one. Whatever challenges you have, you just go and reach out to one person. He will take care of everything. One billing, one account. Simply you need to go and have one account. That's all. One Snowflake account you need to have. Which cloud they're using, that and all is least bothered for you. Simply go to a website, Snowflake website, and you can see all the things there, and directly you can go and start working for a project.
Okay.
The user interface is good. I'm an Azure person. I'm telling you very openly, I'm an Azure person. I can tell 100 of things in Azure because it's a one dedicated server. Okay. See, tomorrow I'll tell you one thing. Okay. Listen carefully. I don't like this guy. I'll throw him out. That's all, right? End of Snowflake, right? End of Snowflake, right? I'm the owner. I'm the Azure. Tomorrow I don't like the Snowflake's work. I can throw him out. Because they don't have their own servers.
Okay.
But what about Azure? Azure is the root. Azure is the root. If tomorrow Snowflake is not there also, Azure can still run the show. He was already doing it, yaar. He was already doing it. Azure was completely managing everything. Just because this guy is in expansion mode, he wants to expand everywhere. I want to expand here, there, there. So he's giving it to someone else. That's all he's doing, nothing else. So the great person is still Azure only. The great person is still AWS only. The great person is still GCP only. All three are clouds. It's just giving us a contractor. But they will not leave like that because Snowflake has done a tremendously excellent work in managing the projects. So they will never leave that. There is a tight connection between your cloud services and Snowflake.
Santosh, as a data engineer perspective, we need to learn data engineering with the cloud, as you told, like Azure data engineering and plus Snowflake also, how it is.
Now I'll tell you that. Okay. So are we good with this, everyone? Yes.
Yes, it's all.
Okay.
One question.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
question.
Yeah, go ahead. Please ask me one by one.
Like in Snowflake, we have like stages. So as you are saying, so basically it is storing in the backend in the AWS. So all these stages are also storing in this.
Everything. Snowflake doesn't come with any storage. The entire Snowflake is actually relying on one of the cloud.
And one more question, Santosh. So suppose someone has 11 plus years of experience in the BI, like BI experience. So what suppose he's supposed to learn, Snowflake or Azure? Like
I'll tell you. I'll come to that.
Sure.
Now we have just
Sure.
learned only about the difference. So let's see who is good, who can choose what. I will tell you. Okay. So are we good now? Everyone? Is it clear?
Santosh, I have
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah.
So this Snowflake sits on any of these three, right? Either
Correct.
GCP or
Correct.
So let's say there is a XYZ client reaches to Snowflake, and then who decides whether that XYZ client's data sits on Azure or AWS? So the Snowflake decides it or the client?
See, Snowflake will go and see end user client will never have anything to decide. Okay, he is trusted Snowflake. Now, what Snowflake will do? No, Snowflake will go and speak to Azure, speak to GCP, speak to AWS, whichever gives a maximum profit. He will go and sit in that building. Simple. So Snowflake will decide.
So that it does not depends on any like store. I mean, volume of data or anything, right? The what we can say. Let's say there's manufacturing client or banking client. So
Nothing. See,
nothing like that.
as a company, they come and ask, boss, I need a Snowflake for data engineering. So Snowflake will go and reach out to all the three clouds. Wherever there is a vacancy, wherever there's a empty servers, wherever there isn't, then it will go and it will talk about the financials. Okay, I'll pay you this much, I'll take care of this, everything, and they'll decide. Snowflake is a person who will decide which cloud it wants.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Santosh, on final, is there any cost differences involved in this? Consider scenario: I am a client. I am planning to take a data storage. I'm thinking about okay, Snowflake does a great job. When as a client, when I think I may think in the way like okay, directly go to Azure or taking Snowflake. Who gives me the best?
See,
The approach?
cost wise, it's going to be same because you're staying in the same PG, right? Whether the Azure is a owner or a Snowflake is owner, price is the same only. But only thing is as user interface, flexibility, interaction, that makes you better. You can directly go and cost wise, you go and put it a original server also, same only. You go through a contractor only same. But the other flexibilities are there. Directly you can go and talk to a contractor anytime, any issues you can go and talk to Snowflake community is there. Snowflake, they'll help you to resolve your issues, everything they'll do. Azure is like they're expanding mood, right? So to reach out to them, to reach out to their support, to reach out to the community, it may take time. So that's why people prefer both. If you want dedicated Azure, people are still doing that. If you want an intermediate layer, people will still go for Snowflake. Both are happening.
Okay. Some people say like Snowflake only in Azure the drag drop feature and all is there. Like Snowflake is more into SQL queries. Fully we have to type
Yes.
queries.
We'll come to that.
Okay.
We'll come
Yeah.
to that.
Fair.
Okay. So are we good now, everyone?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Snowflake will not sell its software, right?
So software, it will not sell its software. Means? Can you repeat the question?
It will provide along with the service SSIS and let's say.
No. It's not like that. If you want, you can take a subscription and you can
So
use
we
it.
have
That's how it
SQL server,
works.
right? Initially, they used to
Yes.
sell the software.
See, it's a software where you can go and use it for building your projects. That's all. Okay. Now, listen carefully. This is a roadmap for learning data engineering. We are focusing only on data engineering. Okay. So for data engineering, the first thing what you need is you need SQL, you need Python, you need to know how the data has been arranged in different tables properly, as in the data warehousing concepts you need to know. Then you need to know big data. Big data is the biggest problem that we are currently facing, and for that the solution is Hadoop and Spark, and we'll be learning PySpark as well. Okay. Then we will be learning one cloud. That one cloud will be focusing will be only on Azure. Now Azure is, and Microsoft doesn't be quite, they've almost given one more similar Azure only, which is called Fabric. So we'll be learning Fabric as well, and for all this we'll do a deployment. We call it as a DataOps. And finally, how are we going to provide the data for AI engineers? So this is a roadmap. If you learn this completely, you will become a Azure AI data engineer with DataOps. This is what you will become, right? Now, this part is there, right? Azure. Azure is one of the best cloud in terms of data pipelines. But I want to make my work easier. I don't want to create the building. Don't want to go take care of it. In that case, this is where the shift happens. So this is where the shift happens. Now, irrespective of whichever data engineer you are a Snowflake engineer, you're an Azure engineer, you're an AWS engineer, or a GCP engineer, this will be common. You will have to learn this at any cost. Irrespective of whatever you choose, doesn't matter. You will have to do this at any cost. So you will have to know SQL, you will have to know Python, you will have to know Spark, you will have to know PySpark, you will have to know data modeling. So these are all common. Even if you choose AWS data engineer, GCP data engineer, both are going to be same, right? Now, then why there is a shift? Here, after learning this, you have two options. One, we can choose Azure Data Engineering. One, we can choose Snowflake Data Engineering. Okay. Now, listen carefully here. In Azure, we have to build a pipeline. We have to build a project. If you want to build a project in Azure, we have 4 services, main services, okay, where we have a data factory, we have a Databricks, we have a Synapse, and we have a ADLS. So one is for storage, right? One, a Synapse Analytics, you can write a SQL code, and then you can write some complex transformations. And in Databricks, we can write a Python and PySpark code. And orchestration means you can schedule the pipelines, you can run the pipelines at a given time. So all of this you can learn. So if you learn these tools, you will become a Azure data engineer. Now, this one, people who want a dedicated services, and they are mainly focused on code level transformations, people will choose Azure. Like basically they want all the complex pipelines. Okay, if your project is very complex, it needs lot of data movement, lot of calculations, lot of heavy lifting transformations, complete a really difficult project, then easily we can go and choose Azure, because Azure is a ground, it's a foundation. Any complex projects you can do it. But if you feel like, no, I want to just create a easy project, no must of transformations, I just want to make sure I build a data warehousing, I just want to build a pipeline, in that case you can choose Snowflake. So in Snowflake, what happens? And please remember, Snowflake will sit on one of the cloud. It will either sit on Azure, either it will sit on AWS, or either it will sit on GCP. That is secondary. But here in the Snowpipe, we can do all the data injection. We can get the data. Snowpark, we can also write the code transformation. And Snowflake is a main component. But the real hero is DBT. DBT. So here in Snowflake, most of the transformations will be on SQL. But don't expect you to do big complex projects in Snowflake. No, Snowflake is known for easy projects, fast projects, lesser cost projects, and it is a straightforward projects. It is basically an analytical projects. BI people will go and use it. Those type of projects we can build it in Snowflake. But as you know, right, no one can ever replace the owner. Owner is always a owner. So he is always on top. So two different cases. I repeat one more time. If your project is very complex and it needs lot of Python and PySpark code, it needs lot of Python and PySpark code, and we need to do lot of complex projects, then you can choose Azure, you can choose AWS, or you can choose GCP. But we are choosing Azure here. But if your project doesn't need much of transformations, it's a straightforward, it's a migration where most of the times my end data is being used by a BI developers, Power BI developers, Tableau developers, where I'm not coming with a lot of complex projects. In that case, we can use Snowflake. And in Snowflake, most of the transformations will be SQL based. So the guys who are very, very, very strong at SQL can opt for Snowflake. The guys who are wanted to explore more, like I want to write a SQL code also, I want to write PySpark. Here also PySpark code is there, we can write it, but we will not do a heavy lifting transformation. But here there is one more tool called Databricks. So Databricks is here. So Databricks is like a superstar. You can do any complex transformations in Databricks. In that way, we can opt for Azure. What is DBT? DBT is what we are doing all the SQL transformation layer. So imagine the data is coming from ADL, the data is coming from Azure or AWS or GCP, right? Directly you can create a table on top of it and you can start querying it. That type of flexibility we have in Snowflake. Okay, now the choice is yours. Data engineering is in demand. I can write you and give it in a written document. But whether to choose Azure or whether to choose Snowflake depends on your interest as well. And in terms of openings, both as an equal number of openings. And here also you will be learning new tools. There also you'll be learning new tools. In Azure, you're learning Azure Data Factory, Azure SQL Database, Azure Synapse, and we are focusing on Azure Databricks. Similarly here, we are focusing on Snowpipe, Snowpark, DBT, and we are also learning Airflow, which is for orchestration. Like this, it is divided. That's it. But data engineering is a data engineering. In which tool you are going to use, that's a matters. That's it. See, you are learning cooking, but cooking you can do it in any type of vessels. In my home, they are doing in a mud pot. But if you go to my native, they are preparing in the vessels, right? So steel vessels. So like this, different ways of preparation is there. Similarly, you have to prepare a data. You have to do a data pipelines. In what you're doing, that matters. I am not saying Azure is best than Snowflake. I am not saying Snowflake is best than Azure. Both comes with pros and cons. When I say pros and cons, sometimes Azure could be good, sometimes Snowflake could be good. Snowflake is usually preferred whenever the projects are decent enough, not a complex transformations. It gets the data, does a migration. Most of the transformations will be done in SQL, and it also provides a complete user interface, excellent user interface. Excellent user interface. Snowflake is an excellent user interface. You will get that interest to go and see the websites, but it also comes with limitation. What is the limitation in Snowflake? You cannot go and write a heavy lifting code, some complex transformations. All this will not happen. So it comes with some limitations. So similarly, Azure, UI may not be good, but it is one of the best services for building the pipelines. Everything you can prepare, everything you can get it. Some related services like some UI, databases, reports, everything you can, because Azure provides 200 services. But Snowflake only good for data related only. That too only data engineering. That too only building reporting. That is where Snowflake is good.
So Santosh, like, we have to choose either of these in this course?
Yes. So
But
at
if
this
we
point
learn
of time,
one,
see
but
at
if
this,
we, Mhm.
sorry, I'll tell you one more thing. See, you will be with me until here. Okay. So the person who chooses Azure will continue with me for the rest of the course. The person who chooses Snowflake will be diverted to another batch. So we have one of the expert called Sagar. So he will be teaching Snowflake, DBT, Snowpipe, Snowpark. He will be going there. So until here, you guys will be continuing with me. Our main intention in our institute is we want to give you the best trainers for best subjects. I'm working in Microsoft. I've been doing this Azure for quite a long years, 11 years. So I've taken that Azure part. And Snowflake, Sagar is an expert. So he'll be continuing with Sagar. So this common subjects is there, right? SQL, Python, Spark, data modeling, PySpark, everything, I'll be part of it. Then if you're switching here, I'll be the trainer. And if you're going this side, it will be Sagar. But
Santosh,
both
how
are in
about
demand.
the salary
Yeah.
package on
See,
both
data
Azure and
engineering
Snowflake?
itself. See, I'll tell you one thing, okay? I'll tell you one thing. Everyone has an equal fan base. Azure has a very good tie-up companies. They always prefer Azure. There are very good companies who always prefer AWS. There are very good companies who always prefer GCP. And there are very good companies who always prefer Snowflake also. So in terms of salary, data engineering will give you high salary. But each one will have a different fans. You cannot go and join Google or Amazon with Snowflake knowledge. That you cannot do, right? They have their own cloud. Why they will use Snowflake? So certain companies will use Snowflake. Certain company will use Azure. Certain company will use AWS. Like this, they have, if 1,000 companies are there, 1,000 companies will have different fans. So whichever companies are using Snowflake, they will hire you. Whichever companies are using Azure, they will hire you. But data engineering itself is in demand because this is a route. Without this, you can never become a data engineer.
Sagar, in Snowflake course structure, we have Azure Data Factory also. So you only will cover Data Factory also?
Data factory, there it will be covered at a high level. Here we are covering in depth because here Azure is our main framework, right?
Yeah, yes.
Even I will be giving a glimpse on Snowflake, but not completely, right? It's like, see, if you're joining Azure, I cannot skip Snowflake, right? I should give basic idea about what Snowflake does, how it is comparable with Azure. Similarly, if you're joining there also, he cannot only cover on Snowflake. He should also tell you the difference between ADF and this, right? So he will compare. So that's how we cover up everything there. But
Also,
this dedicated course, here it will be completely dedicated on Azure. There it will be completely dedicated on Snowflake.
So, one thing, Santosh, like we have different features in each of those, right? And those are might be similar. So, will you be like comparing those and able to help us like how these are different from each other and which will be best for to choose? And because why
See,
I'm coming, because
yeah.
let's say if a client is asking me which one to choose, then I should have the answer to tell that this best for this particular
See, in
thing.
that case, you will
So.
have to learn both, right? Only then you will get to know all the positives and negatives. If you join Azure part, I'll tell only Azure part and I'll give importance to Azure. If you join Snowflake, he will talk about only positives. I'll talk about only positive. But in the end, if you're thinking
Mhm.
about architect or my client will ask me which one to choose, in that case, you'll have to become like me. Know everything. I should know GCP, I should know AWS, I should know Azure, I should know Snowflake. Then if something client comes and asks me, then I will tell, okay, for this use case, AWS is better. For this use case, Snowflake is better. If you learn everything only, you will get to know the pros and cons of everything.
But is there any option like to choose both and maybe
Yeah, you can choose both. You can attend till here with me, like until where is that? Until this Hadoop Spark part. Then later we can continue here. Then we'll check what is other batch timings. Then you can be part of there also.
okay. Okay, thanks.
you will not
Yeah.
teach with Snowflake, Santosh. Only Sagar will take care of that.
Yeah, that's what I said, right? We have an experts in each and every field. I'm an expert in Azure, so I'll be continuing with Azure. I worked in Snowflake, but we have the Sagar who is very good at building the projects for Snowflake. He has done a lot of projects, so that's why he'll be taking care of Snowflake.
Yeah, I was having one doubt. I have been
it's been 5 years in the IT industry, and I'm a Java backend developer in like Spring Boot framework. But let's say, given an opportunity, should I switch to data engineering team or like be in the same domain and continue expanding in Java itself? I'm a bit confused about this.
See, I'll tell you
Mm.
one thing. The people who don't want much of coding, they want to keep data engineering very simple with only SQL. Please opt this. Please opt this. People, I repeat, people who want to keep data engineering simple, right, with no much of coding, focusing only on SQL. But I'm telling you, SQL, you need to be an expert. You need to be an expert in SQL. We will teach you, but apart from that, your practice, research, homeworks, assignments, projects, everything you'll have to become an expert. Here, you may not know complete Python or PySpark, not much needed. Here and there we will be using. But again, I'm telling you, this is for the guys who want really SQL to be the ground. But Azure is really good if you are good at Python or PySpark. Okay. But I'll tell you, if you know this both, no one can ever stop you in any of the projects. Maybe in Snowflake tomorrow, what if everyone knows SQL and there's a demand? But knowing coding, it's always a high class. I'll always tell this to everyone. The guys who knows coding are the king of IT. I have never ever seen in my career the guys who know coding has been laid off. I repeat my statement. There is no one ever who knows coding and been laid off. All the layoff, firing, everything happens for the guys who are not updated or who don't know coding. Just like, okay, drag and drop, do that reporting. Those guys lost the job. But people who know coding, you can do anything with coding. Even the complex project you can build in Azure. That type of framework it is. Anyhow, you're going to learn. Why don't you learn a good 10 years or 15 years of what it will be there in the market? Learn that. I'm not saying Snowflake will be like, it will fall down. No, it's a data engineering. There are a lot of fans Snowflake has also has. Like they will also coming up with more updates, more features. But end of the day, it focus more on the SQL. Okay, now tell me, you are from Java background. So since you are from a Java background, you know already Java, right? So why don't you choose
Yes.
this? Python is easy. You know already coding.
Yeah.
Python is very easy. So why don't you choose Azure Data Engineering?
Yeah, I'm also in Azure itself, like 3 years of experience. But like currently, I'm in looking for a switch, and I'm seeing a lot of data engineering opportunities. And I see that they're looking for Airflow, PySpark, then Hadoop, uh, then Drag and all. They are in AWS. But the thing is, since I'm already invested 5 years in the Java background, and currently switching to a data will take me, a lot of time, and I'm not good with SQL. But yeah, I can learn, but it will be going to take a lot of time, and I might not be able to, invest much of my inputs in that new team where I'm joining.
See, if
So
you're not good at SQL, since you're coming
yeah.
from a Java background, you can choose Python. Python is relatively easy when you compare with Java.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Um,
For
uh,
BI experience, which one we can go best
We
at?
can choose either one because Microsoft is a Power BI product, right? When Power BI is a Microsoft product, so Azure you can choose. It's a good link. Or Snowflake also you can choose because in Snowflake, most of the reporting guys will use Snowflake. In most of the projects, if you see, right, for Power BI will be getting the data from Snowflake. So for Power BI guys, both are comfortable. Both you can choose. If you want to learn coding and enhance your skills, choose Azure. If you feel like, no, I don't want to learn coding, you can go with Snowflake. Snowflake coding will be there, but not that extensively to solve a heavy lifting projects like what we do it in Azure.
Santosh, one
Yeah, Santosh. Santosh. In the terms of like in the era of AI and MCPs, AI agents, where do you think like data engineering will be in the upcoming 10 years? Do you think
See,
like most of the
as
coding
I
part will be
as I keep
automated?
saying this, data engineers can never be replaced by AI. It can never happen because the pipelines, implementation, drag and drop, everything you will have to sit and do it. There is no one who can come on behalf of you and sit and do it. That's not possible. So yes, AI is coming in. AI is coming in terms of very fast pace. We will use it. We'll use it effectively. We'll try to improve our productivity, but we will never lose our jobs or we will never get replaced. A lot of things is happening in the AI. Even I am using AI. Sometimes I get stuck. I go and get get that result from AI. We have integrated Databricks with Copilot. All of this we have done. All this will be part and parcel of your projects. But coding, writing the logic, that we cannot be replaced.
Hmm.
Do you think it will like replace the Java or like software engineer as we see that it already writes the best line of code with best results. But yeah, although there will be always like a human in the loop to review the code and all. So do you think the number of people might be reduced in Java like or software
See,
development?
let
It's
me
not.
tell you one thing. Let's take this website, okay? Which website? I'll take one. ICICI, it's net banking. Okay, ICICI net banking, I'll take. Now, this is one enterprise application. Okay, you can do a transaction, you can buy a credit card investment and all, right?
Yeah.
There is no other technology which can give you the best results and best websites apart from Java. Java is a evergreen. It is used for enterprise applications like this, like IRCTC website, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. So, what one thing we have to understand is every tool, every language, every technology will have pros and cons. If you ask me to do this application in Python, it's impossible because there's a lot of functionality needed. You have to write a lot of complex code. But if you ask me to build a data pipelines in Java, not possible. I can do it in Python. So Python is good for data engineering. Java is good for web applications. So each one is a good for each one, right? So you cannot say I am very good at Java. I will go and build the data engineering pipelines in Java. Not possible. There you have to write a lot of functions. You have to write thousands of lines. Python give you in 10 lines. Similarly, Python, I cannot come and build an application like this. So everything has a pros and cons. Java is also will never be replaced. Java is an evergreen. It's an evergreen that can never be replaced. Maybe it is replaced for data engineering. Data engineering, I have never used Java. Data analysis, I have never used Java. Data science, I have never used Java. But all the things I have used Python. But in my start of my career, when I was developing a web application, that time I've used Java. So it depends on the use case only we'll be using. But replacing, getting replaced and all, it's very rare.
Okay,
I,
because they're seeing that the code is heavily we are dependent, like there are multiple like Claude, Cursor AI, like they are
See, one
building
thing,
very
honestly,
fast.
I'll tell you, this social media, this Instagram, this YouTube and all, they give lot of unnecessary information for likes and comments. But I'll tell you, I am not a big fan of all this. Whatever I've done in my experience, I'm sharing it to you. Everything has a pros and cons. It's all about how you use it. Java, it's still today, if any one of my client comes and asks me, I want to build an application like this, the first thing I'll refer is Java. Spring Boot. I'll do that. If something a if the client comes and asks it, I want to build a data engineering pipeline, I will never recommend Java. I will recommend only Python.
Yeah,
I
hi
Santosh.
Santosh.
Yeah.
As I said, like I have 12 plus years of experience. So my background I started my career with the testing and then moved into the BI. And currently I'm working into like a BI, Snowflake and Python, and but PySpark use very small. And if I opt for the Azure data engineering, I wanted to move into data engineering side. So, uh, so after completion of the course, how much experience I should show into for the next job because I'm looking for the new job
Okay.
and what
See,
approach? Yeah.
see, first of all, in Azure Data Engineering, we'll be learning SQL, Python, PySpark, everything we'll be learning. So the guys can easily shift from Azure to Snowflake easily. From Snowflake to Azure, you will have to learn a lot of things. Databricks, you will have to learn. You will have to learn PySpark, Spark, Big Data, Hadoop, everything you will have to learn. So switching between Azure to Snowflake is easy, and Snowflake to Azure, it's not. I'm not saying it's difficult, but you will have to learn more. Okay, but for your case, I would suggest you to go for Azure Data Engineering, because when you learn completely now, then in tomorrow, if any company is asking Snowflake, you can easily only learn Snowflake and DBT. That's all. Everything else you will know. So Snowflake and DBT, if you learn, that's fine, right? So to talk about the experience from the KSR perspective, anyone who goes through our course follows all the assignments, homeworks, everything, do the projects with us, we can show maximum of 5 years.
Okay, means you mean I can show 5 years experience in the data
Yes,
engineering side
yes,
and rest
yes,
mine the BI experience and testing
yes,
it.
correct, correct.
Santosh, good
See,
morning.
1 minute, 1 minute. See, if you have 12 years of experience, you learn data engineering from us. All 12 years, you cannot put data engineering, right? Even I am having 11 years. How you can put 12 years in data engineering, right? So that will not happen. So the complete course, what you're learning, 5.5 to 6 months of learning with the complex projects, use cases, troubleshooting, coding, everything if you do, maximum you can show 5 years of experience.
Santosh, I have a similar question with Shashi.
Uh,
So here, a BA developer who have the more than 5 to 7 years experience. So, are they choose complete data engineering, or I observed, I noticed in the Naukri side, data fabric and basic level knowledge on the pipelines and Azure Data Factory. So those skill sets are enough for the as a data analyst with the OP and those skill set. What would you suggest for the PA developers? The basic level of Azure side knowledge, are they enough? Is there any opportunity for that kind of
see,
profile?
I'll tell you, if this has 100 openings, this will have 60 openings. Okay. Now, why 60 there? Why 100 there? Lot of tools are there. Synapse is there, Databricks is there, Fabric is there. There are a lot of things. So opportunities also will be more. So here, Snowflake. So most of the companies who are using Snowflake will get opportunity from here. So out of 100, you will get 60. So it's like that. So we are just dividing the pipelines into two parts. One you're building in Snowflake, one you're building in Azure. Azure also is equal, but Azure always has an upper hand. You know why? Many tools. Fabric also has been covered. Fabric has also been added here, right? So Fabric is a new Microsoft's product. So they keep adding it and we keep learning it. So comparatively, in terms of job openings, Azure has an upper hand.
Yeah. Hi, Santosh.
Compare with
Yeah,
Good
Snowflake
morning.
also.
go ahead.
Santosh, I have the question. I am clear to opt which one I need to opt. Azure I am opting. I have 15 plus years of experience. That's in major in Oracle DBA and PLSQL development. Okay. I don't have explore. I have little bit explore on ETL. That what I have did it in using a PLSQL and shell script. Okay, it's a minor. It's not a huge one. It's just like a GB kind of a data we are doing in OLTP environment only, moving to the staging database and all those things. I have
Mm,
15 plus years of experience. With by studying this one, I can show 5 years of experience in data engineering. Rest of them I can show it
PL SQL.
PLS SQL development and all
Yes,
those. Now,
yes,
my
correct.
question is, Santosh, in the current market, if I show 15 plus years in a resume, whether I will get a call and whether they expect me in the data architect level kind of a things. If that is the case, this much is not enough, right? How I can
See,
do?
you are not going to show 15 years of experience in data engineering. Then they will expect you as an architect. They'll expect you as a manager. All this. See,
Mhm.
11 years, I'm an architect. How is that
Yeah,
possible? Because right from the day one, I'm into data engineering, right? So in
yeah.
your case, what happens in your 15 years of experience, you had a on-premises tools, you have worked with PL SQL developer, you have worked with Unix, you have worked with bits and pieces of ETL, everything you have done it. But completely the cloud or Azure data engineering, you have worked for 5 years. So for 5 years, you will be put into a team leader. So team leader in the sense, you will not be an architect level, but you will be guiding the juniors. You will also do the pipeline, you will also sit and write the code, everything you will do.
Yeah, I will get a calls, right, for 15 plus
Obviously,
years.
data
That's
engineering, you will 18, 19, 20, 25 years also you will get.
okay. Okay, and another question I have, if we learn the Databricks here in the Azure, it will be the same throughout for AWS and GCP also, right?
Exactly.
The
Yes,
Databricks.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, Santosh, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hi, Santosh.
yeah.
Yeah, can I get your number? I mean, currently I'm in the US, but I'm at work, so I can't. I want to talk to you a little bit. If I can get your number for some clarification.
You can call our number. You have a support team, and you can request a call with me, and they will connect with me. Okay. So if you go to a KSR Data Vision, and if you can go to contact us, so reach out to any one of this number, and you can request that you want to talk to me. Then we can connect it on the scheduled time.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Santosh, one more question, sorry. The thing is, I'm okay with the SQL. If any current batch is going with the Python, I can join that one
So
so that I
SQL is
can
see
say,
from tomorrow we are starting Python only.
oh, okay, I can join that one, right?
Yes, from tomorrow you can continue to learn Python. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, Santosh. Thank you.
So this batch is
Santosh, what
already
is
running.
the
This batch is already running. I mean,
Yeah.
the AI data engineering.
Yes. So I'll
So
tell
how
you.
we can join?
See, I'll tell you how it works.
No, how we
This.
can join this course means.
See, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. See, this is a roadmap. Okay. Let's not think too much about Snowflake now. Let's focus on Azure now. So for Azure, this is a roadmap. Okay. Now this roadmap, the complete course that you're going seeing here, right? It will take 6 months to learn. It will take 6 months to learn. Okay. So this completely, it will take 6 months. Now, SQL, we had started in March 1st. And that is completed. Now we are taking new admissions for Python. Now that is why you guys are here. Okay, you guys are here. Now from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with Python. Python, data warehousing, big data will come. Now, why were we doing this is, so let's say the people who have missed joining here, right? Let's say people are joining here. Until 6 months, you cannot join a batch, new batch. It will be ongoing, January or June. Either you have to join January or you have to join June. So it will be like that. So what we have done is, at every phase or every topic, we accept new admission. At every phase, we accept new admission. So that what happens, people who know SQL will directly join Python. People who directly know SQL and Python will join here. Like this. That's the first benefit. Let's say the other guys, some people who have joined from Python, right? Here. Let's assume that you don't know SQL anything. Zero. Zero knowledge in SQL. But still I'm starting with Python. Now in KSR, once you get registered to our course, you can attend SQL in any batch from any trainer in any timings. This is a regular batch I'm taking. So SQL you have missed, right? So evening I'll be taking another batch. You can join SQL there. So parallelly you will be learning SQL in the morning, Python in the morning, SQL in the evening. So both you will be learning together. So it will lesser your time. Instead of learning for 6 months, you will be learning in 5 months. So like this, we have benefits. Okay. So here from tomorrow onwards, we are starting with Python. But people who have not attended like last 1 month back, don't worry. We can attend any batch. Once you get registered to this course, you can attend any batch, any course, any timings, any trainer, n number of times. That's up to you, right? Or what you can do in the same session where I've taken 8 o'clock to 9:30, you will get recordings also. The last 20 classes, only 20 classes you have missed here. SQL only 20 classes. So this 20 classes you guys have missed. Totally you will have 130 classes for the entire data engineering. So after 130 batches, 130 classes only, you will have to join, right? So you will waste the time. That is why what we are doing at every layer, we are adding new people. People who are interested to join can join. So here the new admission is happening at Python now. So don't worry, you have just missed only 20 classes and still 110 classes you can attend online. That is live. Now where to cover this 20 classes? You can go with recordings or you can join any other evening batch, ongoing batch. You can talk to our team. Our team will provide you the schedules, which batch, who is taking, what time they're taking, everything they'll tell you. For example, Sagar will be taking SQL. You can attend there. There is another trainer, Koti, he'll be taking SQL. I'll be taking SQL in the evening batch. So like that, we can see which batch is ongoing and you can join there to complete the live classes. Or else you can complete the recordings in the same, that is me who has covered this SQL for this batch 20 days back, that you will get the recordings. You can go through the recordings also. Is that clear?
What is the
Yes,
Yeah.
Santosh. Santosh, the classes will be Monday to Friday or
Monday to Friday. The last 2 months it will be Saturdays also, because all the projects will be covering only on Saturdays. Saturdays we will get some lengthy time. We'll not have any pressure of office meetings and all. We can spend more time. That too in the business end. Initially it will be Monday to Friday. Only during the last few days you will have the Saturdays classes.
Okay, Santosh.
what is the duration of the course?
6 months.
Is there any possibility to complete within 3 months or four
Sorry,
months?
no. If you want, if I'm requesting this, I think I forgot to tell this. Okay, so whoever is thinking to join, I'll tell you one thing. If you are looking to learn within 1-2 months, please don't join here. It's my request. Please don't join here. Please join KSR. If you're looking to learn in 1 or 2 months, it's not going to happen. Okay, and I always people say that why you should join KSR. Obviously, positives I'll tell you. All technologies at one place, all course in one. 6+ projects, 10+ pipelines, use cases, live examples. I am not a born trainer. Okay, I'm telling you, I am actually working in an organization. Whatever I'm doing there, that only I'm explaining here, right? Don't expect me to become like a Google trainer. I'm not a person who will just watch the Google and come. No, it's going to be a completely a live interaction. Whatever the challenges which I'm facing in an organization, I will explain that. How I get the requirement, how I resolve it, how I get the use cases, everything I'll tell you. To 120 hours of subjects, and we'll be giving up fabric credentials. Post your course, we'll be giving you interview guidance. We'll have a mock interviews with you. We'll set up one-on-one session will be with you. We'll understand your background. We'll prepare a resume for you. Everything we'll do, right? So all these are positives. But negatives also I'll tell you. Don't join KSR because we will track your assignments, homeworks. Okay. If you're not ready to learn multiple things coding, please don't join. If you're not able to spend, this is very, very important. Apart from class, if you're not able to spend 2-3 hours on the preparation, please don't waste money here. Please don't waste money. This course is a very costly course, right? It's almost 40,000 for 6 months. 35 to 40,000 you will have to pay. If you're not able to spend 2-3 hours, why are you simply wasting money? So please don't join. If you're expecting to learn within 1 or 2 months, please don't join. We will be tracking your attendance. We will be challenging with mock interviews. If you're looking for a classroom training, please don't join. I'm not a classroom trainer. I'm a company's working employee. So I'll be talking as a working employee only. We'll get a real-time experience, right? So all this is for the guys not to join. Of course, I should not say this. Being a KSR employee, I should not tell this. But literally, I want to be honest with you. Don't waste money. If you're not able to do all of this, please don't join.
What is the name of this course? I'm unable to find the same like AI data engineering in the
It should
website.
be there. It should be there. It's AI data engineer with DataOps. Are you finding in website? Are you seeing the website?
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Yeah,
website.
I'll show you.
Santosh, it's a new
Yeah.
website actually. Just
Oh,
click on login. It will redirect to our LMS portal. Yeah. Go to the courses. Go to courses.
I think
Do
it's
one thing. Let me share my screen.
okay. Yeah.
Just give.
And what will be the class timing, Santosh?
Same time,
Eight,
guys.
eight
It's
to
a
nine
morning
thirty.
8 to 9:30 usually, but depends on the topic. Maybe it may extend 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Sometimes we may close up by 9 o'clock itself. Okay. Team, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just go to website KSR Data Vision. Okay. So
Santosh,
to your
while we do
website,
this,
click here.
Sorry.
sorry,
Yeah,
Santosh,
just
while we
observe
look,
this. I'll answer your question. Just observe
Yeah.
this.
sure.
Click on login here. So it will redirect to our courses. Click on courses. You can see upcoming sessions, free session, paid session, upcoming session because it's ongoing, right? Just started. You can able to see here AI powered data engineering. Okay, this is a one course who want for a multi-cloud data engineering, data ops, and fabric. Who are looking for Snowflake data engineering. Okay, so those people can able to plan for this one, Snowflake data engineering with AI. Here also AI topic will be Snowflake Cortex. Maybe Santosh already explained what will be the main difference between this course and this course. The Snowflake, Snowpark, DBT, and Metilene. Here, Azure will be the main content, AWS, and some GCP topics will cover and Fabric. Rest other things like SQL, Python, PySpark, mostly both will be available. Here we'll focus more on Snowpark, but with a PySpark in touch. Because Snowpark and PySpark, 90% will be the similar context. This will be the two courses you want to plan, who want looking for Snowflake data engineering, who are looking for data engineering with the multi-clouds, Azure and AWS. You can plan, and the exact difference he already explained to you. This one here. And once you are attended all the free sessions, if you are comfortable to continue further, then you can approach our team and they can able to help you with. You can just click on the contact us. You can able to see all the team contacts. Okay. Here you can see already maybe our team in touch with you. So you can check with them. Okay. Or else you just fill this form. Our team only will call you back within 30 minutes to 1 to 2 hours maximum. They will in touch.
What is the
We can
course fee
register
and
in
how
this
much we have to pay at
website,
a
right?
time?
Yes, you can register in this website itself.
Yeah.
What is the course fee and how much we have to pay at a time?
At a time, it will be 40,000. If it's installments, go for around 45,000. It's a 6 months duration course. Okay, you can able to see here even. So 45,000 for installment. If you are able to pay it one go, it will be come around 40,000 and you will get a coupon code for that if you want to pay in the application. Or else our team will help you with the how to the payment process.
What the timing was 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. 1.5 hour
Oh,
every day in the
okay.
Indian time, IST. If it is anyone in abroad, maybe their time zone will be in the evening time.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Along with that, we are going to be help you, not help, it's our responsibility to build your resume, to get a calls for you, and to optimize your LinkedIn and Naukri. We will conduct a placement sales session every alternate day. Every alternate day, mostly I only will handle. If I missed, my team will take care about the placement sales session. They help making your resume, guiding your previous experience into the making for your current experience at least 2 to 4 years depends on your requirement. Example, someone is discussing about his 15 years experience. Out of 15 years experience, the maximum 4 years we can showcase in the data engineering. Rest is a whatever domain he worked previously in the same way. Right? So by showcasing this one, the building the resume, Naukri and LinkedIn, everything we will take care. And your placement will start from the day one, not after course completion. Placement will start from the day one in the sense, not we are building the resume and going to attend the interview, but slowly we are moving to the your placement by after the 6 months. For that, first we will start with your LinkedIn. In your LinkedIn, you have to be start up portraying yourself as a data engineering. Example, today Santosh explained you about the difference between Snowflake and data engineering, Azure data engineering and Snowflake data engineering, right? He explained you about the Snowflake data engineering and Azure data engineering. You can write a small article about the same concept. What is the difference between regular cloud data engineering and Snowflake data engineering? What the Snowflake warehouse means? What is the difference between PySpark and Snowpark? These kind of article, if you are start writing today onwards, by 6 months, imagine even at least 10 per a month, 10 post, SQL related, Python related, PySpark related, Azure related, whatever your course opting, same type of articles, small articles, if you are trying to write. After 6 months, if anyone look at your profile, it looks like exactly a data engineer. Depends on our social media. Anyone can assume like what kind of person we are, right, guys? Maybe you are already experienced people, you know that.
Yeah, we
Depends on
need
our social media profile. People can assume what kind of person we are. Like we are a traveling person, or else like I'm posting more into the devotional related. People will assume I have that kind of intention. If I'm posting more about like any sports related, cricket related, people can assume like I have interest on cricket, right?
yeah, we need advertisement for ourselves
Exactly.
to get more
Exactly.
calls. Yeah.
So that LinkedIn, we are starting from the day one, building your social media portfolio. Social media in the sense here, LinkedIn, not Instagram or Facebook. Right?
So Snowflakes, is not included with in the data
That is a different
engineering?
course, Steve. Snowflake, if you want, we have a separate course for Snowflake data engineering. And if you want to Azure data engineering, we have another course. Out of that, 30% curriculum is similar, so you can join any of that topic. Example, the Sainath Reddy is one of our student. You can see he was a posting even just 4 minutes back, it seems. He was one of our student. Similar way, if you're looking at his profile, completely looks like a data engineering related.
So this is also good for the people who are already pursuing the Java career and can try to learn, like even if they don't have any idea about data related.
Yeah. So we assume you just completed your graduation and joined, sit in the class. You listen the first time SQL. You are just know the name of data in the first time. From that onwards, you will start. If anyone know already SQL or Python, those people may get bored first 10 days for sure. Because Santosh will teach from very scratch. He will assume like you are start writing ABCD today only. To be frank, as an organizer and admin, I got these kind of complaints from Santosh and the Santosh. Santosh teaching from very layman terms. Some who knows already, they are complaining me. Santosh teaching very scratch, maybe it's a wasting time for 1 week or something for me. Yes, but we can't change this policy because we can't assume like everyone knows the high level. Santosh will teach from very scratch who don't know anything. Maybe you already observed that concept in the last two classes, including today's, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't say everything
right.
positive. I'm explaining here negatives also.
My question to Santosh.
Yeah, carry on.
Santosh, you there?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hi, Santosh. I'm Mohan.
Yeah.
So, switching from Snowflake data engineering to Azure data engineering, how much effort would it require?
See, if you're already a Snowflake data engineer, right? You know DBT and you know all the core concepts of Snowpark and then Spark, SQL and all. Then you have to just learn Azure services. Okay, whatever you're doing there in the pipeline, you're going to build it in Azure. So it's an easy shift. But here, the main focus is you will have to learn Databricks. You will have to build the ADF pipelines, and mainly you will be writing more of complex code in PySpark. That you would have not done in there. In Snowflake,
Right,
everything would have been SQL. SQL is the king there. You know SQL, Snowflake is that's it, simple. But here, if you want to shift to your Azure, you will have to learn coding. PySpark. And PySpark, I can simply say it's a trump card. If you know PySpark, the calls that you will get will be double the normal calls. So that word is there, right? Spark and PySpark. That is exactly what the companies are looking for. And definitely you will increase your opportunities as well when you're moving from Snowflake to Azure.
Thank you.
Santosh, I
Shivkumar,
have
you
a
have
similar
anything, sir? You
question.
raise your hand, Shivkumar.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So just like Rohit said, he has a Java background. So I also have around 9+ of experience, and I started as a Java developer. But my project didn't have much of Java. So my interest is in Java, but the project had more of SQL. So I was able to sustain because it had like intermediate level of SQL and not much. I had to like reinvent the code. We just had to do minor changes. So I joined this course like hoping to have a change in my technology, but now like after going through today's session where you explained about Azure, so I'm like a bit confused like whether I should join the Azure batch or I should stay with the Snowflake batch,
See,
because like
since
comfort wise I'm
yeah,
comfortable with Java, but yeah,
okay,
for SQL I can go till intermediate level by
okay.
practice and all, but I'm not sure like which one I should choose.
See here in your case, right? Since you already know Java, Python should be a cakewalk for you. Very simple. When compared to Java and Python is nothing. Okay, so you can easily learn. And since you've already done a bit of SQL at an intermediate level, to be frank, you're already 50% a data engineer. Knowing SQL and Python, you're already 50% data engineer. So here, since you're very good at Java and the background, Python learning will be easy for you. SQL also will be learning from scratch. So you can opt for data engineering, Azure data engineering.
Yeah, but my project didn't have any Spring Boot. Like I didn't get hands-on.
That's fine. That's fine. No Java here. No Spring Boot, no Hibernate, no structs, no core Java, nothing. We are not even touching anything. Only you are going to start everything fresh. What you need to know is what is Java. That's all. What you are writing code, print statement. That is enough for you to learn into Python. Anyhow, Python I'll be starting from scratch. Tomorrow you will be seeing that. Tomorrow we'll be starting with Python. Everything will be scratch. So you'll be understanding that. So doesn't matter what you have done for the last 9 years. It's a fresh new subject where you're going to master for the next 6 months and you're going to search job in that role.
Hello. Hi, Santosh.
Yeah.
Carry on. Carry on.
Yeah, you have any questions, Rashmi? Or...
Yes, Santosh. Actually, I'm a
Yeah.
Power BI developer,
Hmm.
but my role name is as a senior data engineering, which I previously worked as a data BI and converted to senior data engineering. But right now, I'm not doing any data engineering work, but I know a little bit of SQL.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, is this work if I already joined in the data engineering? I'm thinking that it may affect, or if anything will be changes to me.
You've joined data engineering batch, or you're saying data
I've
engineering
already
role?
joined. In the between, I joined. I have not attended any introduction classes. In the previous, in 6 months back, I joined, like,
You
listen
joined in
to.
KSR.
Not joined, but I just started watching this introduction classes in YouTube
Okay.
previously.
Okay.
Without thinking, I joined data engineering batch.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well,
So now anyway, it started now, right? So last 2 days we have completed the introduction. Tomorrow onwards we'll be starting Python. Continue to learn this. So the next 6 months you will be able to learn all of this and you will be able to apply job.
okay. But I do not have experience on data engineering thing as of
So
now.
what? Everything we are teaching from scratch now. See,
Okay.
all the guys who have been part of it, we will be assuming that you guys have zero knowledge on the subject. That's our first assumption. Okay. No one knows anything. That is how we'll be training you. So slowly you will get that track. Okay. You don't know anything. You don't know what is data. You don't know what is data engineering. See, last 2 days, only I've explained what is data engineering. That's all. If you go and watch yesterday's session and today's session, I've explained what data engineers do, what we will be doing, how we relate that to a plumber, what a plumber is doing to your house. Exactly that we are doing the same thing. And then we have different plumbers. One plumber is doing standard equipments. One plumber is using old equipments like that. Azure is one equipment. Snowflake is one equipment. AWS is one system. Like this, we have different systems, and we'll go and do a plumbing work. That's all. So like this, everything will be relating to a layman explanation, and then we'll be explaining. Even if you have a zero understanding about data engineering, nothing to worry. We'll be here to help you every single day. We'll be there available with you live, and we'll solve all your questions, doubts on spot.
Okay, Santosh. Thank you.
Santosh, PySpark is same for Snowflake and data engineering, right?
Yes, it is same. Only you will be deviated at the Azure and Snowflake. So once we start Azure, you will be deviated to Snowflake, and the guys who want to continue with Azure will be there in the same batch. That's how it goes.
Any other questions, team? Apart from technical content, if you have any concerns about the placements related, how opportunities in the market, or else you are eligible, are these kind of questions still anyone have?
I have one question. So in terms of marketing and placements, is there any support that you can provide for people in USA?
Honestly, I can't make any promise, but recently a lot of our students got placed in the US also, but still I can't give the commitment. Depends on your visa. Example, you have an H-1B visa. Honestly, I can't make any false commitment. Depends on your visa status. If you have an EAD or else a GC, yes, I can able to do from my side for sure. But H-1B local, you know the situation in the US market, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
depends on
just
that.
asking in terms of EAD, OPT, basically.
Those and all is you have EAD. If you have, yes, I can able to help you.
Yeah,
Even
okay.
2 days back, one of our student got placed as a data engineer only. Even she had a 2 years career break and got around 30% hike.
Okay. And she's in EAD only, or
Yes, EAD.
GC?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
It's in she was in EAD and some even OPT also sometimes people are getting, but H-1B people are difficult. GC people are getting calls easily.
Yeah,
Okay.
GC are getting easily. Yes, I agree with that.
Any other questions, team?
Santosh, you will be teaching Fabric complete end to end, or it will be a high level?
See, Fabric is just an environment where you can do data science, data engineering, data analytics projects. We'll be doing data engineering projects. It will come around about 10 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So we'll be doing one complete project on data engineering.
Santosh, hi. My
Yeah.
name is. I
Mhm.
just want to know if we have a gap around 8 months, more than 8 months to 10 months, how we could manage this one. Any
So
suggestions?
anything less than 1 year, no issues. Okay. You can somehow manage it with some sort of certifications. You can say that I've done this XYZ certifications. I had some personal issues, etc., etc. You can say. So 1 year, okay. Anything more than 1 year, you need a strong justification.
Okay. And what is the job market and at the moment for the Snowflake?
See, Snowflake, rather than talking about Snowflake or Azure or AWS, let me tell you, data engineering is in demand. Okay, data engineering is something which is giving you more and more opportunities where you can still get into that role at any point of time. So for the first question, I think Mahesh will show as an example. Mahesh, I think you're on mute, I guess.
You can see in her case, like which I told you recently, one student got placed in US, right? So the resume building onwards completely we handled, like even the LinkedIn corrections, everything we handled. And later on Wednesday, she texted me like about her good news. Okay. So I asked her like what's her pay and everything, around how much percentage. And I had a call and later we discussed everything. Okay. Can see. This is what I made. Okay. And opportunities, you can check it even in Naukri if it's in India, Naukri and LinkedIn. If it's in US, LinkedIn and Dicey and whatever the sites, you can check it how many openings are there in data engineering. We will say there are a lot many opportunities, but don't believe only blindly, but you can validate how data in market is there. If you just go to the Naukri and check it in Naukri as a data engineer, you can see how many openings in the market. Similar way for LinkedIn also. Let me share my screen again. I'm just in Naukri now. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You can see there are around more than 1 lakh. 1 lakh opportunities for data. And you can see the JD also. You can validate the JD is matching with our curriculum or not. Any additional topics are there. You can double check it. 90% topics will cover. Sometimes it depends on the company to company. Maybe one or two topics may not match exactly. I can't give promise 100% will match the curriculum. 90 to 95% the curriculum will match with our curriculum. Sometimes even more. Example here C++ they mentioned, but we can't cover C++ here. But it's even not mandatory for them.
Santosh, I have one question.
Go ahead.
So let's say you want to pursue like AI and ML in future. So which option is better or close to enter into that field?
See, here you're already learning data engineering. You know what are the challenges that we are going to get in the data. So, and here also we are going to learn AI as well. So, LLM models, how the RAG models works, everything we will be learning, but it will be very high level. So, if you want to
Oh.
get into data science, Gen AI, agentic AI, data engineering will be the very closest to subject, and we also have a course for that as well. So, you can easily get that knowledge as well in future.
And good
Okay,
thing will
so
be
but
this.
before moving on to that, I need to have data
Not
engineering
like
knowledge.
that. Not like that. Data
Okay.
engineering is a separate course. Data science is a separate course. You can either go there or you can go here. But if you have learned here, still easy for you to learn because SQL, Python, statistics, everything you already know, right? So easily you can get
Okay.
that data science knowledge as well.
Yeah, maybe I will try to explain in a layman in our language, guys. Data science, data engineer, and data analyst. These three people will work together in real time, and they share their requirements, their works. Like example, in how in our home will works in ancient homes. Mom will take care about family, and father will get the he will do the job, and he will get the all the goodies, what the things are requirements need for the family to make a food. Similar way, data analyst, data scientist, and data engineers will work in real time. They will share their roles and responsibilities. Here, example, data engineer responsibilities will be to get the data, to arrange the data, and to give it the data to data analyst and data scientist to work on that part. Then data scientist will work on the data science, and agentic AI or AI depends on the requirements, and he will make a better dish here. Example, prediction. Once the data is got, and he will do machine learning, and he will do the prediction, and he will deliver the result to the client. That means it's a kids. Data analyst job will be get the data, collect the data, and clean the data and give it to the data analyst or data scientist. Their roles are just changing. Similar way, SQL and Python is common subject for all these three topics, and all are relevant subjects. Once you are become a data analyst, it will be easy to become data engineer or data scientist. Once you are a data engineer, it will be become very easy to you to become data analyst or data scientist, vice versa. Hope it's maybe it's make easy, I guess, to understand, or else any doubts.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Good thing will be in the data who are started their career with the data, or else who are starting their career in data. For sure, in your lifelong until your retirement, you no need to be change the domain, not the skill set. Example, my initial career started in pharma. Later, I entered into SAP. After stagnated with my package, I enter again in the data. But data, once you started even just with the SQL and Excel reporting also, you can add a Python and Power BI, can become a data analyst. You can add a Tableau, you can become a data analyst. Can add Azure and a PySpark, can become a data engineer. Can add a machine learning to the same topic, can become an ML engineer or data scientist. So entire our lifelong, we can stay in the data. You no need to be change your domain again. Within the domain, maybe skill set you have to be add. Whatever you started learning in the day one Excel and SQL still be useful even after 20 years. But in other domain, like maybe testing, similar like me, like in SAP or some other domains, after one level of package, maybe if any downfalls, we need to be change entire domain. But data, you no need to be change your domain. Only skill set you have to be added.
I'm the best example. I started my career as a data analyst, then data science, now data engineering, and it's all towards data, right from the day one of my career, even today, and continue to do work. Another 10 years also, I can promise you I'll be in the same field. So data is like that. The data demand will be keep on growing. As I was talking about the last 2 days, how the data is improving, how the people are using all of this data. So we need people, right? We need people for doing analysis. We need people for analysis. We need people for pipeline building. We need people for building machine learning models. So data is always in demand. So once you come into this field, there is no turning back.
What time is the Snowflake's class start?
Snowflake.
Same time, 8 to 9:30. Timings will be same.
So
Is
as
it
we will
possible?
be learning until PySpark, then you will be deviated to batches. If you're opting for Snowflake, it will be still 8 o'clock. Sagar will be the trainer. If you're choosing Azure, I'll be the trainer. So it's just a deviation.
But in this the data engineering, the one we already started, are we gonna learn Snowflakes in that one?
No,
No.
in that Snowflake is not covered.
So Snowflake is totally on the side.
Steve,
Yeah.
if you want to learn even Snowflake, you can join one more batch in the evening when start, after 2-3 months. So because every course you can't join, I guess you even opt for a DataOps. That is 7:30 a.m. So we can plan one by one schedule. We will discuss over the call again. You already start learning, I guess, data analytics, right? So one by one you can plan it. I will guide you.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Okay, Steve.
Also, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, for data engineer, we need to work in the organization itself only, or we have offer freelance also.
Sorry, your voice is not clear.
Yeah,
Not sure.
freelancer wise, I will tell you, Praveen, to be frank, very less chances as per my knowledge as a freelancer, because we are handling with one company's data. It's equal to their data means nowadays, like Santosh also lot many times explaining, it's a new fuel. It's entire company's information with their data only, right? So they are not ready to give to the outside people usually. Maybe some cases, maybe we may get as a freelancer also, but I guess very less chances. Santosh, you was expecting any freelancer jobs for a data engineer?
See, we can still apply, but that will not add value. So you'll have to work in an organization because companies will not share you the data, right? They'll share you the dummy data. So what you'll do with the dummy data, right? So what we can do is we can provide you some sort of real time, what I am working in an organization, what our other trainers are working. We'll gather some data. We will give you as a POC projects. You do it. You do it, you explore it, you try to put that in a LinkedIn. That will create a visibility. But just creating a freelancing will not help you either way, because they also know that what data you're going to work, it's not going to be a standard data, right? So they know it. So it's better you do a lot of POC projects. You can reach out to us. We are here to guide you. Whatever the projects that we are doing in the organization, we will be giving you as a POC. You can work with us.
Okay.
I guess is the correct, Praveen, or else you are looking even as a opportunities wise also only freelancer you want to work.
No, just I want to know whether the freelance job also
Okay,
is
okay.
offering.
Projects wise, yes. Okay. Just you want to add on some topics, maybe yes, we can able to help you. Some cases, what happened from the abroad countries, who are having multiple jobs. Earlier, it's happening actually. Some tasks they are giving to as a freelancer, it's unofficially. You just want to understand how it works. Maybe you can try in that way. Upwork, there are a lot many websites for that. Fiverr, Upwork, there are a lot many websites out there. Yeah. Any other questions, team?
Hello, sir. It's Vinit here. Actually, right now I'm working as a UX designer, UX designer. Like, I wanted to switch to this data engineering. Like, right now I'm 32 years old. Like, is it is it even good to consider switching to data engineering at this age from zero coding knowledge? So I wanted your advice on this.
Okay, Vinita. 32 years age, you are thinking like it's a huge and like you're already old.
Yes, yes.
Old.
Like it's a completely different stream for me. So like yeah.
Okay. So UIX designer, you'll started learning in your first standard or second standard, Vinith?
Uh, yes.
Oh, no, no. You started learning UIX designer in the first standard, your first class.
No, no, no.
How many years back? Around?
Like 6 years back. Yeah.
Just 6 years. Before that,
Mhm.
you are not a UIX designer, right, Vinith?
Yes, yes,
Maybe
yeah.
don't take me wrong. I will try to speak in a humorous way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So UIX designer, you are not a UIX designer 6 years back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Before that, you didn't even imagine I can become an UI UX designer like an professionals. Now you are a become expert and you thought like it's maybe stagnated, want to enter better paid jobs, right?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Santosh is not a AI data engineer 3 years back. Not three
Okay.
years back, I guess even 1 year back, because AI topics not added to the data engineer around a year back. That
Mm-hmm.
LLM and RAG model started adding to the data engineer just a year back.
Okay.
In future, maybe some more new concepts will come. Santosh will learn that and will start teaching and will start working on his projects.
Okay, got it. So
That
like yeah.
example, another example, Vinith,
Mhm.
that UI UX designing, what are the tools you are using today? 6 years back,
Mhm.
same concepts or it's different?
It's completely different.
Exactly. It's evoluting, right? We need to be upgrade ourselves, upskill ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I will tell my regular routine story, but it's in reality. My graduation is in a biotechnology. I worked
Mm-hmm.
and completed post graduation in organic chemistry. I worked for microlabs for 3 years as a production chemist.
Mm-hmm.
Later, I moved to the IT with the SAP MM consultant for 3 years. After SAP MM consultant, I moved little bit to the data world towards. After data analytics, I worked for a few years on data science as well, and only on machine learning. I didn't went to the RAG and LLM levels at that time. Later, now I'm learning another new concept called enrolled agent,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not going to be teach, but I need to understand what exactly it will works, what the
Okay.
demand in the market. As an organizer, I need to know every concept which is teaching in the KSR. Maybe I don't need to be become expert, but I should aware about what this concept and who will be eligible, how to get placed for these people. So it's a regular routine for me. Every day I have to be learn something about that.
Okay, got it.
And my age it's a 37, I guess. 37 it is. 23rd March will be my date of birth, and this is 37 my date age. Okay, leave about my age. My neighbor, one guy is there, Kupuraman. He started his first IT job in 1989. Still, I will remember whenever I thought to start a new course, he say like Mahesh, I'm using for my project. 1989, he started his first IT project in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
He was my neighbor in Bangalore. So frequently, when we met when walking and all, we used to discuss with him.
Okay.
When we introduced 4 years back Power Platform, he said, Mahesh, I'm already using for my project.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Imagine his age, 60 plus.
Mm-hmm.
If I said like we added LLM and RAG, for sure he will say the same thing. RAG and LLM we are already using for in my client's case.
Okay. So can I use my past experience,
Yeah.
like if I'm like if I'm completing this course
Yes.
and got this skill, like I can use my past experience to join as a
Yeah.
experienced data
Here
engineer.
what we are going to be do, maybe if okay for you, may I know who is your client?
Right now, our clients is on mainly defense sectors
Okay.
like Air Force and
Air
HAL.
Force.
Yeah.
Recently we done one project for a CRPF people on a data analytics.
Okay.
Those people also need a data analyst and data engineers. We will
Mm-hmm.
do the same thing out of your 6 years experience, 2 to 2.5 years experience. We will showcase you are into the data engineering concepts. The same client, same roles, topics, but roles and responsibilities from UI designer to we are changing as a data engineer.
Okay.
So that we will take it. It's our headache. How to manipulate that one, your previous experience into the data engineer as well. Here we are not going to be cheat anything. We are not going to be manipulate or anything. We are just changing roles and responsibilities. Same
Okay.
experience, we are not doing any faking the experience, but roles and responsibilities we are adding additionally.
Sure, sir. Got
That
it.
experience will help you. You no need to be take it any faking or something. You no need to be worry about that.
Sure, sir. Got
Another
it. Yeah.
small minute, like this class today started with 75 or 80 people. No
Mm-hmm.
one have a data experience in their profile. Even
Okay.
the designation, sometimes data and sometimes maybe DevOps engineer, sometimes maybe SAP, sometimes maybe data analyst, whatever it may be. They never ever worked on data engineering concept. That's the reason they started learning now, right? Will you agree with me? They already data engineer, why they have to be learn now, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So everyone, not only in the KSR, there are a lot many institutions in the market who are learning that particular course. They are not working on that course.
Mm-hmm.
They want to work in future, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. In my case, my designation is a production chemist, but I changed it as a SAP consultant in initial days.
Mm-hmm.
They asked all the questions to understand better what I did at that time. I tried to made a friendship with who are working in SAP in the same company.
Okay.
It's my requirement. 2 3 months I travel with them. I understand what they are doing in real time. So
Mm-hmm.
the same concepts I given an interview. It's clear.
Okay, sir.
Recently, one guy from Kajana Jewelers. You know Kajana Jewelers, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
He'll join course here for a Power BI developer because you don't want to go with the coding and all. So
Mm-hmm.
what we did, we made his resume as a data analyst for Kajana Jewelers.
Okay.
What he was doing means how much gold is selling per day, which store selling is more, what will be the future prediction, and which
Mm-hmm.
month we can able to sell more gold, and which kind of store will sell what kind of jewelry. Example, Tamil Nadu jewelry design is different, Andhra jewelry is different, even colors also.
Mm-hmm.
Tamil Nadu jewelers will come with a more temple style with a reddish color. But the Telugu people, Andhra people, they like only yellow gold, most of the cases.
Okay.
Example, where are you from, Vineet?
I'm from Karnataka only, sir.
Karnataka only. So imagine like in Bangalore, you know, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. In Bangalore, Maratalli, what kind of gold is selling more is different from Shivaji Nagar.
Okay.
Even though in the same store. Depends on the native people, depends on the religion also. Example, in Maratalli, you made even Hindu related jewelries, it may sell more. But if you
Mm-hmm.
go to the Shivaji Nagar, their Muslim population is more, they can't go buy those kind of gold, right?
Yes, yes.
We need to be change the design style as per their requirement.
Mm-hmm.
All this data analytics only.
Okay.
Where we will get all this data? If you work in the large scale, data engineer is required for that to collect all this information.
Okay, sir.
So companies will do it in everywhere, even in a TTD also they are doing data analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Temple, Tirumala temple. How many pilgrims will come and how many time it will take for a darshan and everything they are doing analysis.
Okay.
So any company where anywhere we can showcase data. This is what the good thing. Any domain, any company, any work we can showcase data.
Mm-hmm.
Hope it's cleared and you got maybe some confidence. At 32 years young age, don't worry about that. Okay, it's
Sure,
not
sir.
a old age now.
Sure, sir. Got it, sir. Clarified. Yeah. Thank you.
Even after 45 years also prepare for to learn something new. Even if required to change even better positions like a AI engineer, maybe what concept may come after 10 years, we are not aware.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Python is the learning now for second, third standard, Vineet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
School kids, they are learning Python now.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be competent for them, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Any questions, team?
Sagar, Anusha here.
Yeah, ma'am.
Currently, I'm having 4.11 years of experience, and
Okay.
all over my work was in Snowflake only, but not building any pipelines or something, not any data engineering related work. It was all about only writing SQL queries and analyzing the data.
Mm-hmm.
So I have joined the Snowflake data engineering course, and like somewhere I'm hearing like already you are having experience in Snowflake and SQL. Why won't you try other skill set? Like,
Mm-hmm.
am I going in the correct direction or
Yeah,
should
if
I
you
be
know already Snowflake, what I can suggest you learn multi-cloud data engineering. That means Azure mainly.
okay?
I will tell you one story how I met a Sagar who are a Snowflake data engineer trainer here. He joined for a KSR courses to learn Azure data engineering. He already working in Snowflake from last 4 years. And he cleared almost 8 offers, and his package I guess almost 300 to 400% hike compared to his previous package. Then I called him how he got these many packages, and I understand like he may be technically sound. Then I asked him, do you have any teaching interest? He said, yes, I am already teaching. I know Snowflake very well. I am a Snowflake developer. Then he started teaching Snowflake data in KSR from last 3 years.
Okay.
Similar way, Santosh also learning new concepts like LLM and RAG models or DataOps concepts, CI/CD pipelines. So it's a learning will be every day.
Okay.
Okay. If you know Snowflake already, focus on data engineering. It will be added advantage to you, knowing about all the data engineering concepts.
Okay. Like I know Snowflake means not that much depth. Like I haven't worked on pipeline buildings. Like
Okay. But
basically,
DBT and what about DBT and these?
no, I haven't
Okay.
worked on.
What I can suggest you, anyway, you have some idea on Snowflake data engineering. Learn Azure data engineering as a live. Go Snowflake with the records with a less budget.
Okay.
The DBT material and everything you can able to learn there.
Okay.
It will be a double benefit to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, team? Any other questions?
How can you show, like, how can we show this experience for oil and gas domain projects? Because
We can.
I don't remember my project having any of those then.
Yeah. Which company you are working, Reshma?
I used to work with Quorum Software company, and they purchased EC, that is energy component product.
Client, who
From
is your
CAP.
client?
Clients, we didn't have any specific client. So, and the clients that actually use this product are Shell,
Mhm.
ExxonMobil, Chevron,
Okay,
all the oil
Hexan
and gas
Mobiles.
companies basically.
Okay, Hexan Mobiles, right?
Yeah.
Hexan?
ExxonMobil, yeah.
Hexan Mobile. You can just go to Hexan Mobile website and check for data engineering openings.
Okay.
You will get to know how many openings are there for data engineers. Let me share my screen right away. It's a Hexan Mobile only, right? Same na? Exxon.
Yeah, Exxon. Yeah, right.
See, data architect. It's a data engineer roles only.
Mhm.
DevOps engineer, data engineers, data integrations. Any company without data, I don't think any company can able to sustain in the current market situations. Any company.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we will showcase same Exxon as your client, and you are a data engineer for Exxon. Payroll will be your whatever the company you are getting now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hope it's clear, Reshma. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any questions, team? Any other? Then we can disconnect later tomorrow. Then if you don't have any questions.
You can join tomorrow's class also, right?
Yeah, same link, same link. First 1 week, it's not like a
Okay.
1 or 2 classes team. 1 week sessions, completely trial sessions. You can check the classes. If really the classes teaching style is good and the content is good and you got confidence on our team, then you can continue for the paid classes from the 6th class onwards. Same link you can use whatever the link you use it today. Tomorrow also the same link. First 5 lectures absolutely free. Today already couple of people paid, but we will suggest them. You can attend 5 classes. If you got confidence, then only you can pay us.
Hello.
Yeah, Shashi.
Actually, last month I inquired it was 35. Any discount like right now
Shashi, it's
going?
not possible because the content is increasing every batch time. Maybe you can check with that people which course it is exactly. Depends on the topic and content is increasing. That's the reason we have to be change the curriculum and duration also the payment. You can check with our team. Maybe they can guide you. Maybe you are in touch with some other our counselors, right? You can touch with them.
Yeah. Actually, one of my friend done that courses from here, so he
Mm-hmm.
suggested me.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you
I
can check with
contacted
them.
him, but last month I have some financial issues, so I could not able to join.
Yeah, okay.
So
I can understand. So the data engineer, when we started around 4 years back, cloud engineering. Before also we have a data engineering, which is on big data, Hadoop, Spark, and Scala. At that time, fees is 15,000 and duration is 2.5 months.
mhm.
When Santosh started with the Azure data engineering, duration is 3.5 months. Fees will be around 27,000. But when duration is increasing, when tools are have to be added, when we have to be give the fabric license also now, so we don't have any option. Have to be increase some price. And still, I can bet you there are a lot many other institutions. Compared to them, our fees in a very liberal price. You can check the data and related courses with these duration with all the skill set. You can compare the fees also. Maybe I'm trying to tell like Lalita Jewelers had compare with other institution and even
No, that's fine. I mean, I just wanted to
right.
check it. That's it.
The
No, that
maximum,
is
what are the
fine.
possible way we are trying to do that with the best price.
Yeah, that is fine. Okay.
6 months means Santosh can handle hardly 2 batches a year for the same time zones, right? Hope all good, right, team? Any questions? Okay, then we can meet tomorrow at the same time with the same link.